Hey there, this is Heimdall's Watch, brought to you by Isolated City Gaming. This episode is brought to you by the $6.30 we found stuck between the couch cushions. Now, on with the show.
And we got your guy to come over to where the prisoners were so we could find Uncle
Jethrin.
Jethrin? Uncle has a name.
The uncle has a name. Okay. The father was the one that I derped on and didn't give a name. I think we just decided to go with the colonel and that he doesn't.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That would be his thing.
Which is delicious.
Name.
Yeah, he's got a name. Just no one calls him by that sort of thing.
I like it. I'm into it.
Yeah, there were a bunch of traps around the place as we were going through the fight, and
there was the whole push trap that threw a couple of guys in heavy armor into water.
And some people ran away to go and get candles to throw at us, but James has an ultimate counter to candles, so that wasn't a
Here's a
problem.
spell called...
Do you have anti-candle magic?
Yes, the candle. It's called The Breeze Exists.
Essentially, they had these candles.
Is this a fart joke? I don't get it.
In setting, they'd been finding these candles that had been spells put into them. Essentially, these guys come out as wanted to essentially use it like a grenade. Had it lit up, it's like fuck you, and these like wind wall or whatever the thing was called, or gust of wind or whatever the spell was. And like put the candle out. The guy's like, well, shit.
That's actually stood out. Like,
the next thing is this candle flies through. It's like.
Actually, I caught the candle and I threw it back.
oh, that's right.
Yeah. With my monk reflex.
Because he's got a spell that like covers him in like a ball of wind, and so you can't. I don't think you can hear anything in there.
Nope, there's no sound.
And it like makes like range attacks have disadvantage and puts out any fires.
Yeah, awesome. So guy comes out with a grenade, candle grenade. Aww.
Seems to be very conscious of D&D groups that puts out fires. Because normally D&D groups create fires.
Well, see, I'm trying to counter everyone else in the group.
I don't like fires.
That's why I also have silence.
How you explode brains.
Yeah, that happened a lot in that session.
It did.
Yeah,
it really did. A concerning amount of times.
It occurred to me that I haven't really been crushing on the corruption point system in a while, and
I was very surprised you didn't actually use it in the Craven fight.
Yeah, well, I think I would. Well, there wasn't I didn't have a round of combat against him.
Oh yeah, Sigrid kind of just finished that off pretty swiftly.
Turns out paladins are good at doing that sort of stuff. It's like, you know what you do? Cease. Just cease existing.
The one round I could have attacked him, I did mirror image instead because I was afraid I was going to fucking die.
You're on 2 hit points.
Yeah, I know. I was there. And that was the other problem, is that I could do that. I'm like, alright, well, I'm going to overcharge this with 3 corruption points. And then it just kills me before I can do anything with him as well. That was part of my...
The calculus of this one?
Yeah.
The risk assessment.
Like Striker, always roll 3 dice.
That's why I sort of was going to try and keep like a couple of corruption points on him at any time, just to be able to unload him. I thought that was a neat idea. Like, he's just holding them.
It was the downside of the crazies.
Like, if they're ones that he can deal with, like, and just, like, yeah, I thought that'd be a cool thing, like... But I haven't had an opportunity to well...
Oh, let's see what happens this week.
Well, anything could happen. But yeah, I might try and just keep a couple, just to be able to unload at a moment's notice. I think I did that to the worm that we fought. Or something.
Weaponizing your crazy evil.
Yes.
Holding some crazy evil at all times in case I need to unload it on somebody.
So yes.
Yeah. Okay. Although nobody knows about that. Nobody knows about that. Haven't explained the weaponized corruption to anybody else yet.
The only evidence that people have seen is someone looked into the depths of your eyes and then went completely fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I know you're lying about a journey in the fast travel system.
I was thinking about it, just getting a bit meta for a second. Whereas it's like, I think, like, there's been like some covering for all the like, oh no, I'm a warlock thing, not a, like, I'm a wizard, not a warlock thing.
Or really,
I think,
go on.
I think we're at the point now where you two guys have been around long enough where it doesn't seem like any kind of narrative cheat that you guys might have figured out something over the course of whatever's happened.
It's true, like, if your character is talking, the opposite is typically true.
But I'm okay. Like if we get to the point now where you guys like are sort of sus to things, that doesn't seem like a cheat. That seems like no, you guys have seen enough shit that is, and like your guy coming in
sacrifice the chicken to
like.
your pork.
Like, Leland probably not covering his shit as well now, because he's just used to the, oh no, I'm a wizard, don't worry about it, and he's not, like, on his game anymore. So, like, you walking into this just being like, he's not a fucking wizard, what are you talking about?
He's
like, that doesn't seem
wizard.
as... Yeah, I'm cool with moving that a little bit.
That farce.
The farce, yes, that's the great word for it.
Alternative fact.
I was right. I know what I said. Okay.
Anywho's it.
No. Plot development wise and storyline. Yeah.
How dare you have character development?
I know, right? This is D&D.
Meant to be a murder hobo.
We do get some murder hobo. We.
As long as you keep murder hoboing while you're developing character, that's fine. But when you
That's
start
what
to...
I get to do. It's very exciting.
You start
I
doing
think
some
no,
honest
you've
police
evolved
work.
from murder hobo to like
werewolf murder hobo.
Johnny the homicidal maniac.
Oh dear.
murder hobo to like murder businessman, murder entrepreneur.
Killing is my business, and
business
business
is
good.
Oh, I just love killing. Okay, so you guys are essentially assembled at the makeshift prison that they've got set up there. You scared the ever-living shit out of a bunch of prisoners, and then someone else managed to convince them to start getting
I think
out
at
of the place.
this point now we stop fighting and all that's kind of going on, like everything's calming down, the police got things in control. I'll probably just kind of shake off a little bloods in the fur and just kind of start.
I imagine you sort of shake slightly, there's a big puff of fur, and then it's just like drow face, which is only just slightly less scary.
It's one of the cool things about being
Like,
a
bring the
drow.
werewolf back.
The blood doesn't show up on the,
That's right.
on the pitch dark skin.
It's got a bit of a sheen.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Cat hair really stands out, though.
This case, dog hair.
Triggered.
This time of the year. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll now that the combat stuff's dying down, I'll start getting some control, move running back.
If you want to reach behind you, they've got the crumpled up map.
Oh yes.
We also have police badges to prove who we are.
Yeah, I think so.
And the hammerheads.
Yeah, we got the hammerheads as well.
They're like skirmishing on the far side still,
No,
right?
I
they-
had one because we've gone up there and cleared that up, and they'd come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had
We
the sailors.
at the end we finished up with just the skirmishes and everything had all been cleaned up. One squad of the hammerheads are basically just going through and basically kicking down any doors that they can find and
A bit of
rumbling.
muscle. Just
rumbling / just running through anyone they come across.
Good.
It's pretty indiscriminate.
They're the law.
So
They're the military.
We're the law.
Oh.
They're the martial law. All right.
Yeah. Martial law, murder squad. Yeah.
Potato, potato.
Also, you were sort of in an elevated position, basically being Mr. Sniper for the last game.
Yeah, but still had view on the whole thing. Wasn't
Oh, yeah.
the party split?
Yeah, you were basically just providing support
we had
from
you
behind.
Yeah.
And it's the ledge thing here, and as we're all going across that way.
Yeah, that's
The-
probably what I would have gone for anyway.
The way the elevator worked as well, it was the mechanism was broke, and they had like people just lowering it down by hand, like stout men like lowering the ropes. So we collectively, like you jumped, you like grabbed the rope, and I just walked down the wall. So we didn't use the elevator to get down, and then by the end of the fight, I had telekinesis up, and I think what I ended up doing was just telekinesing the elevator up to the top and saying, "You can come down now."
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think that's how you ended up getting down. Cool.
Yeah, I had some fun with the big rifle on that one there. That was a hell of a gun.
Oh, good. I'm glad someone got to enjoy that. Damn it.
Aww.
It's cool. Ryan will give us something to kill this session, or we'll just find somebody.
There's still people around.
Still people. We
Yeah.
can just start.
Killing people isn't a crime.
Oh, so
Oh, wait.
So I'm just
Oh, hold on.
What's the opposite
No,
of a crime?
I understand these human rules, so killing people.
killing.
Is a crime?
I don't know.
Or is it just like
I look
frowned
behind me.
upon?
Yep,
Your voice went up really high just at the end there.
Or is that more like a cultural thing? Like, it's more like, you probably shouldn't. I understand these law things you guys keep talking about.
You're a policeman.
Yes, not by choice.
Just something
Hana
in the movie
relies
gets lost
on-
in translation.
Hana relies on Puppet to be like the Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder. But Puppet can't talk.
So Heimdall just hears what Heimdall wants to hear.
Which is this. Anyway.
At this point, they've also far become a police officer.
It's now just a low, is it just a low rumbling growl?
That means I'm doing the right thing.
Alright, so Hollister, you make your way down with the, slightly shaky lift because it's being held up by just someone's brain.
Hey! That's fair.
It makes it's just a sort of open wooden box, sort of. It's a freight lift essentially. Bit of a wobble as it makes its way down, but then heavily hits the ground.
Whoops. Sorry, I haven't done an elevator before. This is all new to me.
No, that was quite impressive.
Ahead of you see basically these three and the squad of Heimdall's Watch policemen that came along. They're sort of ushering out the prisoners. Some of them are in a pretty sorry state. Other ones are probably more recent captures, and they're still sort of healthy. Haven't really been worked over yet. Roll me a perception as you're coming up.
We're doing that thing with the passive perception.
In this situation,
Yeah, that's 18.
18. Your passive is 18.
Yeah.
Jiminy Crickets.
I don't know why. It is. It says
Based
so right
off-
there.
Oh boy, okay.
Mine's 20. I don't know how it's 20.
It's okay, my stats are shit.
Bloody Alex.
Oh shit. Okay. So far as you're approaching, you've sort of been keeping an eye out for your uncle Jethrin, and haven't seen him so far as any of these captives that have been ushered from the prisons across to a boat that the Hammerheads have already managed to secure. You guys in basically going through these cages. It's basically like it's a holding lot sort of set up. There's like dozens of people per cell. You're going through the ones that can walk. You're sort of moving along, and then it's sort of tucked into the corners. You find people that have either been there a while and are sort of succumbing to the exhaustions of not being fed well, or disease, or you find other people that have been severely worked over.
As we're looking at these people shuffling out, I turn to Hollister. I'm like, so this uncle of yours, he's a human? I don't want to judge.
Well, the last time I saw him, I'm not doing the accent anymore. That was
Okay.
just hard.
That's fine.
God. I'm going to drop in and out of it, but yeah.
I try to French
When
accent
when
about
it's
5 minutes, I'm like,
appropriate.
nope.
Special service.
When you got a cool line.
When there's, yeah. As soon as someone's a daisy.
No.
I don't think Mitch remembers doing that and doesn't know what you're doing when you say it.
I haven't edited that episode yet either. So.
It's so good.
The other game.
Explain later.
Yes, aside from my father, we tend to be human in my family. That one seemed appropriate.
And this is a dig at your father, yes?
Yeah.
So I'm it's like old human sort of scanning, trying to just go is it this one? No, yeah, is it this one? Come on, this guy looks like an uncle type.
All you
No,
humans,
Are you trying to upsell me on an uncle?
all you humans look the same.
He's a newer model.
sure, this looks like your uncle. Looks like he could be a nice uncle. Look at him, he's got good teeth. No, pat him on the butt. Get out of here.
The better the teeth, the more they sell for.
We're rescuing people.
Rescue people, or you've gone to a horse market. Oh, you're not arguing.
I don't think I wouldn't fancy riding any of these out of town. Maybe that one.
Oh, that's Pop It.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, shit. Okay. So you make it along to the... I'm just going to move on. You make it up to the rest of the group, and they're, like I said, they're going through, escorting people out, looking through the... You can roll me a perception since you're the one sort of doing the appraisal.
And I have shit perception. 11.
11. Alright, you find this one guy that's been it looks like he's been there for a few weeks at least. Pretty gaunt in the face, like got the whole like bags under the eyes, like red eyes and the whole thing going on. Carefully sort of pick him up, he's pretty weak, and sort of offer him to Hollister.
Sort of take it.
Take your pick. There's...
Are these people like chained up in these cages, or are they?
They were sort of...
Are they free-range people?
Yeah. Like battle.
They were not chained up inside the cage, but it was a cage.
Cool. Right. Once I've unlocked the cage, they go. Cool. Oh, I'm just wandering off.
The person he's offered you is not your uncle. So you've just like...
No, definitely. I like check the tags and everything. No.
Check the coat check tag.
Where's the receipt?
I'll like describe Jethrin to him. Say,
You start describing him, and you just hear this voice from one of the darker corners. It's like it's a bit coarse. Hollister, turn towards the voice. You spot him straight away. You also notice it as well. Like this one here that's actually calling out Hollister by name. There's a strong family resemblance.
human for a start.
Human. No, I got that.
Uncle Age.
Like, hearing him specifically say your name as well, it's like, you think that might be him?
How can you tell the difference though? They've got 2 ears, 2 eyes, a nose.
I can sort of half tell the difference, you know.
It's just... You mayflies are very confusing.
Hi Ryan, how you doing? I was holding that one for a little bit.
Oh boy. So, spotting your uncle, he's been beaten severely. His right eye is completely closed over. His face is all covered in bruises and cuts, and you can see like his shirt's just been shredded, and through it you can see like lash marks from like whips, cut him all the way through. And there's like blood lines running through the shirt, but he's alive. Obviously, because he's talking to you.
Well, you never know. It is the
D&D.
It is, yeah.
Magic exists. I'll like run over and start fussing. Is he chained up or anything?
No, he's just sort of propped himself up into one of the corners just to sort of keep somewhat upright, not to put it, the wounds on his back and side, not sort of in the muck on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
like arm around him under his underarm and hoist him up. Can anyone heal? Does anyone have healing magics?
We had a cleric once. I don't know if they healed though.
No.
I'm sure you can, can't you?
I can.
A good musical monk might be able to help you with that particular problem. Where is he?
And your uncle's like got this real sort of pain groan as you're holding him up, and even just moving around, those lashes, some of them are quite deep.
Please,
So he
he's...
probably comes around your room. Yes. Cure wounds. He plays the mandolin.
That's very nice, son. But when you're done with that, do you mind healing this man? That is a lovely tune, though. It seems inappropriate in the circumstances, but
So yeah, Papa comes up, basically
Saxling
starts.
And starts touching your uncle.
He starts playing this mandolin in front of you, like frustrated at this whole situation. But you also notice that
he's got other things to do.
you also notice that your uncle's not sort of leaning his weight on you as heavily as he was before. He's starting to sort of able to sort of stand up a lot better on his own. Like, and glancing over, you can see some of those wounds there have just started to close up a little bit. They're not seeping constantly, and some of the lighter ones have actually just closed over and look like fresh scars. Other ones look like they're on the process of healing.
He cured some light wounds.
He cured some light wounds.
I think that's a different edition of D&D. Let's move on.
And this proves he's not undead.
Your uncle's doing good.
Unless there's an elaborate solution.
Hey, are you talking to Hollister? Or is that reserved for us? He's the quiet type.
You got to really, really buy his trust before he starts talking.
But he will play the mandolin at you like that.
Yes. Oh, I have a whole marching band I've got here.
He's got a horn. He's even got a triangle.
I've got several horns.
He's got like the symbols that he strapped between his knees.
I was imagining the full Dick Van Dyke.
Jethro's like, how did you get here? How did you...
I've left them by now.
Fair enough. How did you find us here?
We came looking. We had intelligence that you were being kept here. What happened?
They came in the night. All I remember is the sound of glass breaking in my chamber window, and next thing I know, I had a bag over my head, and then, well, my head hurt when I woke up. And I woke up here.
What is this, Jethro? What is any of this? This is...
Oh, these are the blood cliffs. The blood cliffs. That's where we are right now. This isn't helping. I'll just go.
It's beautifully named, though.
After all the blood that we just spilled.
They're going to have to rename it the Gore
Twice.
Cliffs.
He's like, I don't even know where I am. Like, how you...
The blood cliffs. We just... Did you hit your head?
We're very helpfully told this.
No, they hit my head. I had no idea... Well, until our friend over here said anything, I had no idea.
Oh, friends.
Strong word.
I had no idea where I was.
People are allowed to make whatever mistakes they want to make.
I had no idea I was out of the city.
Did you happen to in recent times cross I don't want to say pirate, but sort of a pirate named Hadrig? I remember the name.
You did.
I did.
You only had to wait a few episodes until his death, but
He died like weeks ago, but it's fine. I remember his name.
That's what matters.
He was a devil man, as I recall. Yeah, not ringing any bells.
no. I think it's something this is something your father's done.
Oh, that much is certain. This has his stink all over it.
He's getting...
Again, everything humans touch ever stink. I don't understand what's going on.
He's gotten our family into some tangled engagements.
I know some of it. I suspect more. We'll need to talk and compare notes.
I don't want to rain on your parade here, but pretty much everybody in charge of this operation here is dead. We sort of lopped the head off this operation like a couple of days ago. So this is more a headless chicken sort of situation going on here.
Well, you
It
said
was
that's
yesterday.
pretty organised. They've organised themselves. They were packing up to go somewhere.
Jethro sort of turns to you and is like, it was you guys?
Well, I mean,
We could hear the fight from down here.
there was a Valkyrie involved. Like, I don't think any blame can be associated with us, or like we certainly didn't run away cowardly and abandon.
There was a heavy-handed recon mission that took place here several days ago.
Some of the kids in here thought that we were going to be saved, and when everything died down and, well, we weren't rescued, and he points over to the sort of body over the side, is like, that one there got a bit despondent.
Damn.
But
The fact that we did that and we could find you. And, just wait one more day.
Don't get me wrong. Thrilled to be in this situation now of rescue and everything like that. But
are there, like, in this down here area,
yes.
Is there any, like, offices or sort of...
It's mostly
I'm assuming that,
workspaces at this point. The officey section was sort of pretty much got exploded.
I'm just wondering if we need to investigate around here or how much
you could have
we
a good look around if you like.
Have a good look around while you're all getting reacquainted, I guess. We're gonna take one of the boats.
Yep,
that was the plan.
The hammerheads already basically swept through one of the boats, and part of the whole route at the end of the last session, they got onto one of the boats, and
and that's where we're loading up the prisoners and that sort of thing. Cool.
So looking around, you guys can sort of escort Jethrin to the ship and handle bits and pieces that way, or
yeah, I wouldn't be taking my eyes off him. I'd get him back to the ship.
Yeah, it's fine. And I'll do the same thing. I'll investigate, see.
I need to get my carpet out of the bag of holding.
What are you talking about? I'll leave.
Actually,
no, I fly away.
You can't activate it.
I've thrown the water then.
And I will, just while finishing up there, I'll, grab out Roderick, stare into his little beady eyes, and then they start glowing, and then, 2 puffs of smoke come out of his mouth and into mine.
2 charges that thing. Yep.
And I have my spell slot spike.
I like to imagine you go up to me, not saying anything, pointing at the bag, and I went, what do you want?
Jumping and pointing.
Okay. Speak, what do you want?
Tries to grab the bag.
I don't understand you.
I grab the bag.
You do not grab the bag.
You grab a knife at the wrong end.
He just keeps a knife there.
And then after a while, I'll get the carpet out, hold it way above your head.
Let's say the activation work. Let's play the activation tune, so it just starts moving on.
Yeah, fair call. I get a ball of alchemist fire. No.
Alright.
Dick move.
So, along the docks overall, you've got that was just a storage room along there. Partway down there was a slaughterhouse area, and then you're starting off at the prisoners area.
I do frown.
Over here was basically just a walkway that goes around the edge of the cave. Then this section here looks like the bow of a ship that's been sort of built into the side of the wall.
Cool.
Oh, sorry.
It's got a couple of windows and doors built into the side. It basically looks like an old ship that was sort of beyond the point of being seaworthy, that's been retrofit into some sort of office room building.
That looks interesting. I want to go check that out.
And aside from that, you've got upstairs, which is been thoroughly worked over by explosions.
Worked over by explosions. I want to go into the boat building.
All right.
Boat building.
Boat. So on the approaches, you've got a wooden door built into sort of the side of the bow. Because I remember sides of boats now. And opening up the door inside there is just
I cast detect magic.
Okay.
Making sure it's not trapped.
Sure.
Magically.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Yep.
When you open up, inside there is basically these 2 sort of red, curtain drapes that sort of hang down the door that have been pinned off to the side. And inside is basically a series of barrels lined up with stools around each of them. There's candles, and just normal candles, not magic type candles, because you've got the detect magic on.
I have a question about the candles, Ryan. What are the candles sitting in?
Oh, goddamn. Old rum bottles? Disappointed now, aren't you?
Shattered, really. Okay, so it's like a bar?
Essentially, yeah. And towards the back of the room there is basically a long curtain line hanging from roof to floor. There is about half a dozen bodies scattered through the place. The hammerheads have already come through here. There's just fresh blood spilled all through the area. It's
Are you guys with me here, or are you?
No.
I think you were investigating. I could revert back to more of a Because we've killed Craven, I'm going, this bit's kind of done. I'm just going to be looting.
And walking around with my
Corpses
magic
and
carpet,
looting in general.
shepherding injured people to the
I mean,
gathering evidence.
I'll give you a sort of a checklist of fanciful items that you pick up, just like as
Fungible goods.
Basically as a gold value, and then give you a note of notable things that are not gold but valuable in their own right.
We never ended up splitting up the gold from the last time we were here either.
I thought we did that. No, I'm fairly certain we have. I'm a very good accountant, thank you very much.
I mean, you wouldn't have gotten it anyway. James is the one that writes it down.
Has he?
400.
Check with the stenographer.
I don't know why you're all cocky about like this stuff.
Read that back to the court.
I'll cast guidance on myself and do an investigation of this little room.
Yep.
What's my investigation? 6. Ooh. 17.
17. Okay, looking around the room, yep, it is a bar. It's probably the only real part of this place that looks like it's been set up nicely. It is a business. Was a business.
Now it's a morgue.
2.
Yeah, I think
morgues are generally chilled. This is...
You're inside a cave set up in sort of the northern regions of Europe. This is not a warm cave.
Fair enough.
Karen?
Yeah, looking around the room, you peering behind that curtain that runs along the back.
Curtain.
Yep. You find sort of several little alcoved rooms that are sort of filled with like pillows and drapes and, well, one unfortunate corpse.
And one fortunate corpse.
Leland knows what this is. He's been around.
And at that sort of realization, you start looking a little bit further around the room with especially half decent investigation there as well. You do notice some sconces. They're sort of laid around the room. They've got those ornate sort of brass shapes all around them, but none of the candles in them are currently lit up.
Leland goes around and like tugs on each of them because he's seen movies.
Well, one comes loose and you've got a copper sconce. You sort of look at this sort of intricate pattern as sort of like these rounded shapes.
Is my detect magic glowing anything?
There, you do ping for a thin wire that basically runs at the far door. So essentially, either side of the bar there is a doorway that leads into sort of the bar room.
Okay.
So there's one coming from that side, there's one coming from that side. The actual walkway that goes along there sort of goes underneath the bow, and then these little parts are like little steps up into the bow of the ship.
It's a cool design. I like it. So the door I didn't come in.
The door that you didn't come in has a thin wire sort of running across the base of it.
Is it similar to the one that was on the ship?
It's the same sort of deal. It has been triggered once as these guys have come through, but
who's going to respond to that alarm?
Yeah.
Leland says it out loud to nobody around.
But yeah, the rest of the room there is a bar on one side.
Is there anything like good left in the bar?
Oh yeah, there are several bottles of different ranges of rums and wines and bits and pieces like that. There is also the cash box.
Leland will just grab the cash box.
Yep.
And maybe 3 of the nicest bottles.
Yep.
And then a 4th one.
Yeah, you've looted
a pirate bordello.
Yes.
And then he'll just walking with a cash box jingling, stick it out of his pants, holding 4 bottles. Saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go find a cabin on this ship."
Nice.
Where were you heading?
Because I guess I'd just kind of go
Work down the line.
across here and just kind of.
Okay, moving on from the prison cells,
like.
you walk to the next section, which is essentially, like I said, sort of like a slaughterhouse abattoir sort of area. There is a sort of a penned area. There is there was a couple of living creatures in there when you guys first came through.
Going through the corpses of the people we've...
Oh yeah, like I said, I'll give you a list.
sorry,
I'll basically give you a grand total of the cash that you get out of this, essentially. There was a couple of living creatures in sort of the corral area of this that the hammerheads had dispatched because they were sort of abomination focused mutated creatures. A little bit like a hell cow.
Big gross monsters.
Yeah.
Aww.
And looking further in there is strips of creature hanging up on meat hooks. Rather than looking like a butcher's shop where it's like, you know, a leg hanging up or like a side of beef or anything like that. Most of the flesh has just been discarded off to the side, and it's the organs and viscera and bits and pieces like that they've got hanging up, and they've got the couple of parts. Roll me a
survival.
I'm gonna go nature check.
I'm sure.
No, survival. Survival's a better one.
Oh, nature was slightly better. 9.
You managed to identify a couple of the organs. There's definitely one that looks like a...
That's the food tube. That's the poop tube.
There's one that definitely looks like a liver. It's quite large. Another one that looks a bit more like lung. But some of the other stuff is either particularly messed up or it was heavily mutated. What?
Sorry, I was expecting you to say like gonads, and he said these ones are particularly messed up. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, either they've been like, you know, actually like pretty cut up, or they were heavily mutated to start off with. So with a roll of 9, can't really identify them, but most of them are sort of hanging up and they've been skewered at a lot of points.
Those bits should be
inside
in those big things.
They are
Jeez.
hanging up on
bits.
hooks, and a lot of them have been perforated several times, and they're sitting over these vats with like large catchment areas, just like catching all the internal juices and such into vats.
That piqued my curiosity a little bit, I guess. I'd go there and like, is there a reason for them to store the blood in the vat?
I didn't miss an episode here. This is weird to everyone else.
Yes, like some sort of like weird FEV Fallout thing where you dip the people in, out comes weird mutant animal.
The boat that we came here on initially, they had one of the giant mutated hell beasts in the hold, and we thought, that's pretty weird, why do they have this here? And then we set it free and it smashed up the ship and we escaped. That's really the only background we have on this.
Don't know if we set it on fire and opened the... I don't know if that's setting something free. Well, technically it is.
We did unchain it.
Yeah, unchained it.
We very literally set it free. But I guess, like, metaphorically, like,
it's not super free.
One should be free. We didn't really do that.
I still
I
feel
would
good
have
about
thought
it.
you would be the one taking the moral high ground of this.
I'm not saying I'm taking the moral high ground. I'm just saying what he said is technically correct. Which is the best kind of correct.
The bovine hellbeast did die uncaged.
It died free.
It died free.
Died the way it wanted to go, in the middle of the ocean on a boat that is just exploding.
I have this brief one to go. Am I wrong? No, it is a flaming cow that is wrong.
Looking, you sort of peer over into these vats, and you've got that heightened sense of smell, and this is acrid. It is a very... You can feel, Actually, roll me a Constitution check.
I do not want to
save. Constitution save.
Righto.
I'm pretty sure at that point you managed to maintain your breakfast.
20.
Yes, you managed to save your lunch. But
That's a good one.
Yes, well, after all, when it's +2, you have to hide.
Underneath, like the one where with the liver, the liquid that's been caught there is this like sickly green, sort of fairly viscous solution that's been gathered up.
Oh God, it's Mountain Dew.
Ugh, oh, the crab juice.
Roll me an investigation.
I was going to say I'll do a general investigation, see if there's something interesting going on here that's not that good. 6. Go good.
That's how dice
14.
again. Yeah. Okay. aside from these sort of catchment points, you find like what almost looks like a makeshift lab that's been sort of. It's got a whole almost like a drop sheet shielding around it that's basically almost hides it away from the rest. In there is like a distilling setup where these fluids have been collected up and then boiled and rendered and then separated out, and there is one vial left of whatever they're creating, which you realise straight away is that same goo stuff you guys were coated in at the focus to protect you from the radiation.
Not where I was thinking that was going. Interesting.
Yeah.
You got coated in a goo?
We got coated in the goo because it was radiation.
So you had to wear
the suits and the goo.
Well, you had the breathers.
We had breathers, and then they just sprayed.
That's where it coated in the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the suit. Yeah.
The monsters out in the focus could just run around. They were fine, and then we had to go through into shielded like goo sprays to get into like the.
I'll grab that. That makes sense because we knew they probably have illegal mining and stuff going on. Obviously, they're getting the weird mutated creatures. They've obviously got a way to get there, do something out there, and
that's
bring it
right.
back. So that's how they protect themselves.
We were trying to figure out how they could possibly do anything there, not through the goo doors.
Yeah.
The legal
so
They have their own way.
Illegal goo.
Illegal goo.
Got the tagline for this one. Illegal goo.
So I'll grab whatever that sort of stuff is, and then I'll kind of
Evidence. You got to taste it.
No.
You can kind of just taste it from smelling it. This is a strong odor.
And I'll tell the hammerheads to do a quick scout and then destroy the equipment.
Set this whole place on fire.
And yeah, one sort of quickly salutes and turns to the others like, "You heard the lady?" And they sort of run past him and just, yeah, it's just cacophonous sound of smashing glass and.
It's so beautiful.
So, this whole operation here was like a big thing for the magic crystals, right? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, as we're leaving this place on boat, we should blow the whole fucking thing up.
Well, we're gonna blow up one of the boats. Because I was thinking about this as well. Is there potential, like in the store? What's left in the storeroom?
Well, that's where you're heading next, I
We've
believe.
got in the storeroom.
Okay, I'll head there next thing.
Robert, what are you doing in the meantime?
I'm using the magic carpet and like getting the invalid people onto the ship.
All right, so
I'm the paramedic.
yeah, do you basically use it as like a gurney sort of thing, just like pushing him along on this floating
Jump
carpet.
on. I'm not saying jump on, but gesturing.
That's it. It's a novel way of using a magic carpet. I like it.
What else do you use one for?
Seducing princesses. Duh.
Showing people the world.
Magically tying a room together.
Tying a room together. 500 feet in the air.
Also, what are you doing in the meantime? I think you were escorting your uncle onto the ship.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't leave his side.
Well, you've got a chance to have a chat with him if you've got any questions in the meantime.
Yeah. What's going on? You know,
How you been?
are you coming to Christmas this year?
I don't think so.
Do we celebrate Christmas? Is Christmas a thing
I feel
in
like his
D&D
calendar
world?
just cleared up a lot.
Hmm?
His calendar just cleared up a lot. Like,
Before his calendar was like imprisoned,
Probably dead.
torture, imprisoned.
and he's going on the cruise. He gets.
I want to keep as much distance from your father as possible. So,
Well, you're preaching to the choir there.
did he send you?
Strangely, he did.
This has the smell of his.
Chicken.
I'm done. Goodbye, everyone.
I love it when we finish those sandwiches. No.
That's the saying in this one. The smell of his chicken.
Yeah, it's just this feels like his handiwork. Like just sending people close enough to him that there's an investment, but I don't believe I've ever heard him say anything pleasant about you. So I feel like
Literally just say
and background story wise, you and your uncle have a very close. You've got a good relationship. The relationship with your father, not so great.
Yeah. I'm just trying to process you telling me that my dad doesn't like me in character, so it doesn't, flood over into in real life person, and I start fucking crying.
Oh god,
So just no, all good. We're playing a game. It's all fine.
This is a safe space.
Too real.
You can pull out a gun and shoot one of the corpses on the ground. It's healthy.
Now playing Dungeons and Therapists.
So how does that make you feel?
Like shooting a corpse.
He has a habit of sending people to do his dirty work that are close enough to him to not want to fail, but still he feels as disposable. He's done this before.
I mean, I could only assume that whatever he wanted to have happen here was certainly not in our best interests. But he seemed to think this is where we could find you, so this is where we came.
It's all too convenient that he seems to have known where we'd be.
What actually was the lead on that?
I was just trying to think that
It was
myself.
a ransom note, wasn't it?
No location.
Was
We just knew that
the
there were
location wasn't in the
prisoners
ransom note.
He just made the connection, right?
Yeah.
We just knew that there were
Can't remember.
prisoners. We removed
It was a symbol or something, wasn't it? Like there was a symbol on the
There was
thing.
the thing was
case I
sealed,
recognised.
the ransom note was sealed with the blue wax.
Yep.
That was what triggered you guys to have the mindset on this as well. But
Oh, yeah, he came into the police with the thing with the ransom note sealed with the blue wax, and we instantly went, blue wax? There were prisoners where we just were. He's probably where we just were.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was you guys that put it together.
We just got lucky.
It's a trap!
Dun, 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 dun.
I think you guys, well, you and your
Cohorts.
allies have
Acquaintances, colleagues.
definitely done this a lot of damage. But as these guys were scrambling around after the big guy was taken down, I get this distinct impression, despite the head being cut off, this is an operation that's going to continue going.
Hell Hatcher.
Oh dear.
If the Colonel did send us here to kill, I don't expect that this could be the end. This does feel more like a beginning.
Oh, good.
Otherwise, it's a short visit for Trevor to the game. It's like, oh no, game's done. Thanks for rocking up for a couple of sessions. It's great.
Guest starring.
Introducing.
The man who ended us all. So you're off to the stores after this?
I mean, I can join back up with you to go check out the stores as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, got some bottles.
With your roadies.
Yeah.
I had a vat of blood. Do you want some vat of blood?
Which do you
I'll
choose?
swap you.
It's a good year.
You can make a cocktail.
I'm going to hold on to this incredibly fine bottle of wine.
Your loss.
Yeah, I think we should check out that storeroom though, and then
Find enough explosives over it.
I sort
Have you
of
been through there before?
No.
actually.
Initially we went up there and met some really, really stiff resistance, so we
sort
ended
of
up
fought
retreating.
all the way along here.
I don't think we went down there before. I think the first time we got here, we got to here, we're thinking about it, but then we was getting fucking swarmed and went, we've got to bail.
Yeah.
The first time we were here, the big fight with Craven was around here,
Yeah.
and then we tried to go this way, and we just got stuck on the bridge, and then we fucking bugged out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
okay.
backtracked
So we haven't
from
actually. This session is us being down here.
So storeroom.
Yeah, it's the storeroom.
You can either give me 2 individual investigation rolls, or you can do it as one person assists, one person gets advantage.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Dear, you don't need him.
You don't need
26.
it. Jesus, fuck off. Probably also 26.
27?
Yeah, Baba got me a fancy D4 to help boost my score.
I have magic that helps me look for things. I have magic that helps me look for things.
Of course you need magic to help you look with things.
Magic's great. You want some magic?
Darkness. Wait, yes.
Okay, so the two of you have basically like gone into this storeroom. There is, well, again, another corpse of a guy that's sort of standing with a candle in his hand, while
Yoink.
standing corpse would be weird.
I have a question about the candles.
Yes.
Is there any way for us, okay, obviously we don't know straight off the bat. Is there going to be a way for us to tell what a candle, like, different candles do different things?
Well, they have runes.
They have runes on them, different arcane runes.
Is that something that we'll be able to figure out?
Well, you're a wizard. and
I'm
they
a
have
wizard,
runes.
though.
I will say they're like, you're the wizard.
Like an Arcana check, maybe?
You could, an Arcana check would definitely determine that they're magical based. You'd probably want to take them to someone that's wizardy, not warlocky, to sort of identify the actual wording of them and to go like, here's, and then give you a little.
Snooze to be like that, right?
And basically give you a little post-it notes of like, this one's magic missile, this one here is fireball.
But what I'm getting at is like we could say, okay, if we took this candle, right?
Yep.
And we lit it.
Yep.
Look at the runes on it, lit it, see what it does, and then we'd be able to go, okay, and read those runes, and then go, okay, all the ones that are this spell, sort of thing. Like,
You can certainly do that.
Cool. All right. Have to do that thing.
No, with that tone of voice.
Shut down.
So we have like a whole temple of people trained to analyze magical items.
That's
and work out what
probably
they
a
do.
better idea than fucking around with this.
I love this first plan. I am loving this so much.
Just like reading the runes, going, this one's definitely cure wounds. This one's definitely cure wounds. Give me a lighter.
Can't you just? You're a wizard, don't you have like prestidigitation?
Don't have prestidigitation.
I do.
But need the wind spell. Wind spell!
I could shocking grasp it. Yes, that work.
Just
You look around and go, where'd Hannah go?
Like,
Like,
with your hand and then shadows.
This
water splash.
She's swimming out into the sunshine because that's more pleasant than being next to this candle that's about to explode. Yeah.
I can get another cantrip next level. Maybe I'll get prestidigitation.
Even I have press.
I can see you.
Shut up.
I can see you running into a fight. You got Roderick in one hand, Book in the other, and a bandolier of candles. And like, I don't know what he's doing. Oh shit! But yeah, what you find is the corpse that's on the ground in the candle in his hands basically sheared straight through. A couple of his fingers have gone along with it, but that one there is basically in two halves. The rune's been broken. Your magic ability, basically, the spell that was contained within has dissipated because the rune's been broken. With your that's still beyond, wouldn't it?
I can just turn it on whenever.
Okay, fair enough.
And if we're investigating, I'll turn it back on. I don't want to have it on all the time, but like if I'm doing an investigation, we're looking at magic shit, I'll turn it on.
So you do find another 4 candles that are just sort of like they're ones where people have been like hastily packing stuff up and then sort of like slipped under the counter, sort of things. But
You should grab these. I'll chuck them in the bag of holding that you don't have.
Oh, God. Well, we have a bag of holding. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The one that you don't have. Yeah, just grab the bag of holding you don't have and just put these in there. Or did I just blow your mind?
What's being so discreet?
We were there when we found it and it was the crux of the case.
Darkness.
Stop doing that.
From inside this dark ball, you just see this candle fly out.
Fuck you.
Yeah, so you
Yep,
find
we'll grab those.
4 sort of errant candles. Aside from that, basically it's been stripped clean. These guys had...
Because one of the boats was chock full of stuff, wasn't it?
when you guys first arrived in this
saw
section, you saw one of the boats had basically was being loaded. The other one was being prepped. The one that you guys are loading up on, loading the people up on, is the one that has enough space to load up a few dozen refugees, which is the one that is not already fully laden with.
Well, let's go check the boat. The room see what's on that.
have we found? I sort of assumed that it would be here. Have we found like any like mass amounts of the magic crystal around the place here?
That's something that doesn't pop up under your magic site because it's not innately magic itself. It's an amplifier. But there are fragments around the place. You do find the odd shard and bits and pieces.
I was hoping for some barrels, and we could, because I like listening to that last episode. We never actually blew up any of the refined crystals. Like it was always like just things of candles that blew up and just fragmented in weird ways. I was hoping if we actually did try and make a concerted effort to blow up a barrel of magic crystals, we could just cave this whole thing in and then not have to worry about it again.
I'm thinking they've loaded the boat. There'll be a bunch of stuff on that boat. See what's there. If the boat's laden with explosive candles and crystals, if we can get the boat there, it's still may less us going away and then wizardy stuff. I'll go check the boat.
I just cut the table. I was like, eee. All right.
Are you going?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to check out this boat? Anybody? No? Okay.
Is there something on the boat?
Hopefully some...
We don't know yet. We haven't checked it out. Could be anything. Could be pirate gold.
It could be pirate gold.
It is Schrodinger's boat until we determine what's inside that boat or not inside that boat. Everything's in this boat right now. Everything.
You won't know whether the drow is dead or alive until you go into the boat.
The drow's dead inside, but that's right.
Alright, so you two or...
Well, we'll say we'll go check the boat.
Yep. Well,
Are there still very injured people that need...
I think at this point here you've managed to get the...
Okay, I ride my magic carpet over to the
I throw a dagger at one. One will hurt.
No, stay away, dead.
Oh no.
Sticking with the uncle?
No, I'd follow along at that point if you guys are sort of doing the last rounds and wrapping up.
Yep.
As you sort of come up on deck of the second boat, which is essentially being the rescue boat, you see the hammerheads, the military guys. A couple of them are like experienced sailors, and they're giving the best directions they can to the rest of them to prep the sails, start raising the anchor. They're ready to bug out because this place has been cleared out. They've got what they've come for, which is rescuing the civilians. Mm-hmm. They're ready to go. So the ship is prepping to leave.
That was without us, right?
Well, no, we're in charge of this operation.
You are.
Stand down.
Yeah,
they're basically
wait.
As currently said, as it currently is, if you gave the order, they could be sailing off the dock within 5 minutes.
It's good to begin.
So this other boat.
This other boat. Any of you four have any sort of sailing experience in your backgrounds?
Nope.
I probably stole a boat.
Wait. We did go on one boat when we were in the gnome village. But it was like a paddle boat.
Yeah, it was a paddle boat. And you've been on
a stream.
You've been on a couple other ones as passengers, but...
I did seduce a Goliath on a boat once. Does that count?
We did fight a battle on the sky
That was
ship.
experience on a boat. That's not...
Yeah, it was.
With a boat.
We killed some wyverns on the sky ship.
I could safely say that my experience of the boat can briefly be summed up with what's happening right now.
Okay.
And what's happened before.
Fair enough. Okay.
I know they're on water.
Alright. The loading ramp gangplank section is still sort of propped up on the side. Making your way up. The boat feels like it's sitting low in the water. By comparison to the other one, which is the ones you guys are prepping to leave with.
In my expert opinion, this is a boat, and this is what a boat does.
Because they're roughly the same sort of size ships, but this one here is like the angle of the ramp that you're walking up is a lot.
It's like it's
this boat's
heavy.
Boat's been lowered.
It's got some spinners on it.
Is that legal? Actually, hit a button, LEDs go on.
It's just like,
there's actually some lights underneath the boat.
Looks like getting muffed at the back.
Yo, dog, I heard you like boats in your boat, so put boat in your boat.
Sailors.
If you look at the after, there's a big spoiler.
So what else is on this boat, right?
Just continuing my lack of knowledge on boats.
Yes, all those things sound right.
Okay. The access point for the hold is still cracked open. Like there's a couple of wooden grates.
Hand me a torch.
Yeah, so essentially the hatch is still opened up, which you can see directly into the hold below.
And what's in the hold below?
All right,
The hold below.
roll me investigation.
Just because the last time. No, 11.
And you have dark vision, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, you do, because you're a drow. Of course you do. Well, basically, yes, you do, because you're like any race apart from human
Or half.
or halfling.
Look alive. Coco. We could go on. We won't though. We'll get back to what's in the hold. What's in the hold, Ryan? Stop stalling. Jesus.
You see in the sort of the little bit of light provided behind you, and with your dark vision, you see the tops of several of those barrels just lined up in rows and columns, stacked in tightly so they're not going to move around on the ocean.
Can I get down there easily enough?
You could probably climb down there. You've probably got rope as well to be able to climb down there.
Probably. I've got ball bearings.
These barrels are no good.
I do have a rope.
Yep. So you can tie that off and belay your way in there.
Going in.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Public waves from his carpet. I'm having like a foot above the deck.
I imagine like a head just sit there like...
Like you're sitting there like cross-legged on it.
Yeah. Just holding my moon.
Give me an athletics for climbing down.
Okay. Oh, that's not very good at all. Oh no. Doing it again. That's 15.
15? Alright, you sort of make your way down and then towards...
Rogues.
At the bottom you sort of carefully... Because the only floor you've got to stand on is the tops of these barrels.
Ooh, exciting.
So making your way across, they are rigged, all rigged in a similar manner to the one that you guys investigated in the caves a day or so ago now.
Oh, is that the...
with clocks on it?
Now that you've seen one, you can sort of see like there are the sort of the strips of crystal held down by bars,
Okay.
and then tucked in below you can just see the hints of like a clock face. All of them are still sort of set to the 12 o'clock position.
So I think we've solved the how to close this cave problem. And like all good things should be, it starts with fire.
Alright, what's your plan at this point?
So I'll basically climb up and go, this thing's full of... You won't know this, but the stuff in there explodes. Like, really good. We're on a bomb. It's safe, but we're on a bomb.
This is a bomb boat.
Just like slowly backing away.
Ah, it's fine. Just don't smoke.
Like,
Oh no!
it's just like,
Yeah.
this ash just like drops off the edge.
Now,
Like,
if we get this to the... Why don't meet some of the other lumberfoots to help us get this boat to the cave thing there. We could do that, or we detonate it here. We know this stuff is pretty explosive, so I guess based on my observation of the stuff before, like I do it in gel check to like kind of summarize, like if the boat was just to stay, if we couldn't move the boat and we were just to detonate it there, like looking around the cave and the structure stuff like that, would I be able to kind of guess what?
How's your engineering knowledge?
That's what I'm saying, like general, like
this will be an intellect roll.
yeah.
Just a straight up
Oh,
intellect
shit.
roll.
Oh, okay.
So you roll a 19.
I rolled a 19, add my intelligence of
0.
+4.
Wait, you're +4 on
I
that.
got 18 intelligence, dude.
Is there anything you're not good at?
No.
Constitution, not that strong, and not that wise. And party of drow, a little bit iffy on the whole
Being the
drow
light thing.
people relation
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Looking at the, swinging back to your memory of what happened when one of these just ruptured and the
I guess
sort of
also, like,
ordnance inside it
Drow
went
are
off.
also quite good, like, could find, like, cave structures, like, going,
Oh yeah, your knowledge of
Large
how
massive
caves
caves.
go is solid. Like that's your
You
your jam.
know exactly how many giant spiders could have an orgy on this roof.
Odd metric, but okay.
That's how drow... Some people use centimeters, some people use inches.
That's my Jones bag.
There's like slaps top of cave. You can fit so many bullets.
So we sort of figured last time that the clock face on the top of these things was like a timer to blow it up.
Or a trap of some sort.
I don't think we ever came to a conclusion.
No,
on
we
that.
just like threw them at the bad guys, and they sort of
Well, you threw essentially a
bomb.
bomb. It didn't go off the way it was intended, but essentially you got like a barrel of dynamite, a barrel of gunpowder with a wick in it. Threw it there. The barrel split open, and the gunpowder went off like uncontrolled, not in its refined and engineered state.
We didn't,
and it was still pretty fucking impressive.
We didn't with the clock. We didn't check because we were too worried that if we were to do it and it's compliance back to be bad.
So, question:
Yes.
How common is clockwork in the world? And
It's around. He himself has got a pocket watch.
I think
can you tell the time, or is it just like a
There's no
check out my pocket watch?
it's
a magic pocket
The
watch.
time is surprise, motherfucker. Looking at your like guns and stuff, and I'm figuring you've got like little tools on your belt for them and stuff. Maybe we could be like,
He's essentially tinkered. The next question is going to be: where did we land on there being a overlap between like clockwork? And
Clocks exist. Clocks,
Yeah,
clocks
but like
exist,
the guns, was that like an offshoot of the clockwork thing, or is that like parallel evolution? Is they like would Hollister have a case for saying like he has some idea as to how this stuff would work?
You would probably have the best case of out of
Right.
anyone here to work out how this would work. If you want to jump down there and have a look as well.
Not particularly,
go and have a look at the bombs.
but okay. All right, yep. For the sake of blowing up this damn cave, all right, let's do this.
You're human, aren't you?
Why does everyone keep asking that? Do I have like a weird haircut or something? God.
I just wondered because
You just got one of those faces where everyone's not quite sure what race you are.
it's very, very dark, and I'm assuming you're looking at very intricate clockwork.
Well, we can light a torch.
Yes, you see, that's where I was going. If someone wants to go, we'll get this torch. I'll probably go, probably best we don't do that.
We'll have by this point taken the torch out of his pack and...
Pop it. Remember the word bomb was mentioned multiple times just then.
Hey,
Yes, great. So when you drop it,
Just don't drop it; it'll be fine.
I mean, you have a
It's
sword
not gonna-
that lights up.
that means you have to light it up.
Yes, you love doing that. I mean, you
What
don't
are you
want
talking
fire.
about? You have a sword that glows.
I'm just talking
Work
about
sword.
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You ever saw the glows?
if you don't want fire.
Do we need to get an orc for this, or is
Yes.
this like a real thing?
No,
That's
he can
the thing.
do it. He just
Just to
Oh,
make
that's-
just to make it up to Hana later, you're gonna have to let her kill an orc.
If you go down, I'll turn it on and I guess provide you like a lamp sort of thing, so you can have a look if you want.
Go have a look.
If you need help in seeing in the dark.
Yeah, this seems perfectly safe. Let's do it. All right,
Athletics, climb down the rope. Unless you want to go down the stairs.
that is going to be 19. Oh no, athletics, not acrobatics. That's 10 then. That's
10?
Yeah, quite the opposite.
Ten's
It's
okay.
still fun. It's just. I just wanted to see a 1, so someone lands on the head on bomb.
You don't do it well, but you do it.
I'm just waiting for an opportunity to basically just have the last scene from Doctor Strangelove in this game.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I really want to see it again.
Quality film.
Okay, so you get down the base there. Hana's got this sword sort of like holding behind her that is just emanating this pretty white glow. It's kind of like fluorotube sort of style. It's if you look directly at it, you probably get a bit of a headache after a while. It's
Some kind of light emitting saber, as it were.
So there was a name for that.
some sort of glowing scimitar.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. And yeah, basically you just see this. Look, through the hole, you see just lines of barrels. We're looking at about 7 rows wide, 6 columns, and so we're talking like large wine barrel-sized kegs. They're like steel iron kegs. Tops of each of them have this steel grill going across the top of them with a lock mechanism on them. Below that, there is a held down by this is a series of like these large chunks of like this purplish pinkish crystal and a clockwork piece in the middle. That to be able to get to, you need to be able to unlock the top and get into it.
Right, okay. So it's going to be busting a lock and then screwing with a mechanism.
You got a friendly neighborhood rogue.
Some kind of rogue.
You have a rouge.
A rouge. Well, if you say you need help busting a lock, I'll pop down there again.
Yeah, I'd probably vocalise that there is a lock because I
realise
can't
it
do
left.
shit about it.
I thought you saw down
Well,
there.
so I think when I actually no, I imagine I was saying there's a bomb down here. I could say plank down below. Yeah, so that's I guess. I will unlock the thing.
Mm-hmm. So it turns out lockpicking is just a dexterity check, but you get the proficiency with your...
So how does that work? So I got my dex.
Mm-hmm. Plus your proficiency, because you're proficient with thieves' tools, and you just need to have thieves' tools to be able to do it.
So it's just +9. Is that all it is, or
+9 plus your yeah.
But don't I get? No, don't do I?
It'd be the same as any other dexterity skill that you have proficiency in.
Yeah. As I said sleight of hand last time, and that was wrong.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
But I actually do want to know. So it's just my dexterity.
Dexterity plus proficiency, because you have proficiency with thieves' tools.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you need to have thieves' tools in the first place to be able to do it. Anyway.
Okay. Yep. So
Like
it's
if you
+9.
fail and break some of your picks and bits and pieces like that, then you...
Yeah, that's good to know.
You can, like, as a rogue, you can take as a skill that other classes can't take. You can take thief tools as a skill that you can have proficiency in, essentially, and it's a dexterity skill that only thieves get. Only
Is that going to be the same for me fussing with it?
Yeah, it's going to be a either. Really depends whether you want to sort of analyze it or whether you just want to fuss around with it. If you got, because I think you got Tinkerer's tools, do you not?
Tinkerer's tools.
Yeah, that's the same sort of deal. It,
In my head, he's more
depending what you want to do.
crafty
If you're going to try and if you're going to try and mess with something, it may be more of a dexterity based. If you're trying to sort of reverse engineer or work out the workings of it, that's going to be an intellect.
Yeah. After I've unlocked it, now I don't want to stress with you. Well, actually, I do want to stress with you, actually. This stuff's really, really bad. And if whatever's you're going to be doing to it sets it off, we're not going to have that much time to get out of here. And even if we can get out of here, I don't know if we get out of here far enough.
In your tinkerings in the past, you've come across this crystal before. It's around there, especially in the industry that your father's been involved with a little bit lately.
Oh, okay.
This crystal,
I assume this was brand.
It's been in the setting for a little bit. It's actually mined from the focus, which I talked about. The
Oh
big
yeah,
crater.
I mean like Hollister's thing. I thought it was like not like illegalish enough that the family wouldn't have had like
It's
all these money with
it's
it.
one of those items that's like heavily regulated,
Yeah, okay.
but with a family of influence, you wouldn't really get raided often. So you would have come across it from time to time.
Yeah.
But you know that this stuff, the Arceus crystal, is a sort of arcane amplifier. So any spell that goes through it basically gets brought up by magnitudes.
Yeah.
It's also what is used as like a power source or like a focus for a lot of the reclaimed relics of the old world. It's some pretty powerful stuff. And looking at that and knowing that what these guys have said, that it's filled with these candles imbued with spells, each of those individual barrels, just by your reckoning, would probably take down a couple of city blocks.
Yeepers.
And you're sitting on, what did I say?
42
About
of them.
22? Or
42.
6 by 7?
42.
Yeah, 42 of them?
Yeah.
You're looking at 42 barrels in that.
That's maths.
That is some math.
Well, regardless of actually blowing up this cave, we should probably make it so that this... Look, I don't have any particular interest in blowing up any city blocks. Well, maybe a couple of city blocks, but none that are going to be accessible by port. So I think we should probably just get rid of this ship.
So back to what we'll go there. Sorry. So if this boat was to explode where it is, would it bring down the entire cave system? Like just, cool. So we'll just leave it here and we'll just do something on the way out.
So,
Hi,
Hi.
Hollister, right? What do you got?
Can I turn this glowing sword off yet?
What do you think of these barrels? What's your professional opinion?
Well, this is going to go off like frog in a sock, and this is a cave, suggesting that there is something above it.
That's typically how caves work. Yes. Go on.
Typically, yeah. I mean, no, I'm not a drow. Don't have drow knowledge, but yeah, that is sort of how that works. Anyone up there?
No.
No.
We were up there last night.
We were up there before, weren't we?
We killed some people up there, I think.
This whole case...
Already, I'm sort of like looking this way as to. So is that okay? All right, cool.
The only people above
I
are
give
people
you
that
the thumbs up.
in the employ of this situation. This whole place is essentially a smuggler's cave. It's off the beat. It's away from a direct city. It's
Even if there was, they deserve it.
It's your pirate cove, your Tortuga, sort of that whole.
You wouldn't get evicted. You'd probably get a couple of medals.
We do like medals.
If you want to have a look at that mechanism, if you want to sort of reverse engineer it, you can roll your tinkering plus int.
Digger-doot.
And Dex would be more like just trying to
break it.
To break it.
To break it, or jerry-rig it, or that would be fussing with it.
Alright.
So
Well, I'm not
look
trying
at
to...
how it works.
Yeah, I'm not trying to learn
Dex
anything from it. I'm just trying to, like, get it, like, set the timer.
Mm-hmm.
Set the timer to, like, a known time.
Okay.
Yeah?
Just don't confuse the minutes and the seconds.
What are minutes and seconds? Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
What did you roll?
He rolled the good number.
You rolled a what?
So I'm already on my flying carpet.
So
What is actually the worst thing that you can do in D&D?
Did you do one of those? Oh.
But you're a halfling and you can
Guest
roll that, right?
starring.
So what's your total, including your bonus there now? Just so I've got to...
Oh dear. Alright, so my Dex modifier is +5,
Yeah.
and my proficiency is +4.
So that's a 9.
So, I mean, that's just on its
So
own.
you're starting with a 9.
That would be...
So you get to 10, including your 1. Okay.
That's not how that works, though.
Get on the
now bring it back to spiders. Do I have some sort of spider sense?
You sort of look around and you see there's a few like spider webs up in the roof,
And they're going,
there's
"You're
just, like,
fucked."
No, you just see them sort of like all just like running off to the sides. So,
Is this one of those moments where somebody is tinkering around with a very dangerous thing and we're standing around and we just hear a uh-oh.
Hear a snap.
and basically he's in there. He's got these fine like tools. They were like picking over it with like these thin screwdrivers and picks and bits and pieces like that. And he just like turns one piece a little bit and you just hear.
Sprinklers flying across the room.
And
how's it going?
Hollis is sort of sitting there with this sort of stunned look on his face, like this line of sweat just coming down his forehead, running down his cheek, and yeah.
10. 9.
What you see at this point here is you can hear behind, like these were not running when you start looking at them. As soon as you hear this tink sound, you just hear the tick, 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 tick of the clockwork sort of winding up and finding its speed. You two are down in the hole at the moment, so tell me how you're getting out of Dodge. Now tell me what you're doing.
We're standing on the top of it and we're looking down at you guys.
I'm sitting on the carpet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking down over the edge of the hole at you guys. What's going on?
Alright, he's doing something.
As soon as there's the ping and the tick,
I'll assume that's not a good sound.
like 2 hands, give me a foot, and hoik you up.
Oh.
That's very rude.
Alright.
If I see you guys like quickly scrambling to get out of there,
I did that on myself.
This is trying to convey
the
like
boat.
we need to get out of here, while also like making headway towards doing that. Not even stopping to say like, oh shit, we need to run.
that was a bad roll.
That's a bad roll.
That's 11 acrobatics
You
to
do
get
not
up. So I'm assuming I have to do something like that in my way.
Give me an athletics just to hoik him, and you got your one there to basically.
That is.
You're already sitting on your carpet. I can cast fly on the three of us.
That's great and all, but
There's
there's
a
still
whole
a
other ship
boat
place.
full of prisoners and like that. How long do we have?
Rolling in.
Start the boat.
Roll your tinker with intellect.
Oh come on.
Funny is, I
Hours.
like these dice.
What's your total?
Oh,
buddy?
that's right. That's why I retired this set. Because I don't believe in that bullshit about bad dice, but these dice got retired. Oh. Yeah.
They were that bad. They got
All
retired
set
despite the.
Yeah. You know what? I don't want to do that, but I'm probably going to do that.
Bring an old set.
They're the set from the Total Party Kill.
No,
That makes them lucky, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
New game, new set. New game, new set.
Yeah. So that is going to be 3 plus 0 for intelligence plus 4 proficiency. Yeah.
Okay, you reckon you've got anywhere between 30 seconds and 5 minutes.
30 seconds. Run.
Fly, fly, fly.
No,
No?
Not willing to have flag cast on you?
no, I'm willing to do it. Can't you cast a spell to put that thing and make it go far, far away?
What
I don't
thing?
think you can levitate this much.
I don't know if I can levitate 22 barrels.
You don't need to 20 barrels. It's just the one barrel that's been set off.
Oh, shit, I can do that.
Because we need to... If these people all die, I'm in deep shit. My sister's in deep shit. Everything's deep shit. Just get rid of this fucking barrel. Maybe like just throw it deep underwater. Would that work?
That's been 30 seconds of your time of discussing this.
I'm just saying, like... I say, grab the barrel,
Thing is,
fucking fling it way, way, way far away.
Okay.
One thing you did observe when you first came down here is they have been packed and set up to not move quickly in transit. So they are strapped and
So it's not going to be easy to get it out.
not
But he can lift a lot?
1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds.
So what's that? 400 kilos?
It's a ton. I don't know.
Okay, quickly under pressure. Can I,
Oh god, oh god, oh god, we're going to die!
There we
can
go.
I show like,
Everybody
if,
live.
if you just grab it, you probably can't throw it that far away. But if it was to go like underwater, would that be enough to like muffle the... Rather than being a complete disaster, would that be enough to not kill us all?
You can try it.
And that's basically what I'm saying. Like,
may sink both
thank
ships.
God, thank you die so much. 20.
20 to do...
Intelligence, like, would that work? Putting explosive barrel in water, we would all not die.
Potentially.
It's not your will.
I'm not entirely sure if you're much of a explosive expert.
Alright, instead of casting fly, you stopped me as I was about to cast.
Put the barrel...
I will cast telekinesis.
Yep.
You guys get on the carpet, get onto the other boat, get moving. And then I'm going to telekinesis the one that you... I'm like, which one?
Oh, you can see it because the crystals around the top are already beginning to cook.
Okay. I'll pull that out.
Sure.
I'll pull that one out.
Okay. Is there any roll up? It just happens at this point. You got to
Object.
You've got
you can try to move an object that weighs up to 1,000 pounds. If the object isn't being worn or carried, you automatically move it up to 30 feet in any direction, but not beyond the range of the spell.
Okay. So this thing here is just sort of like
You're helping.
wiggle, like it's like straining
You
against
wanted
the
the thing
sides
to explode. I made the thing
against
explode.
the sides of the other barrels that it's pressed against
Here's a
because
point.
they're packed in
I thought you
tight,
press it
and then
from
also
the
it's like, and the
standing
30
inside
feet
the
gets
bomb.
you sort of up over the deck and off to one side. This gives you just enough distance to sort of like release and drop.
Are you guys already moving?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're next to the other boat. I'm not disembarking off my carpet, but we're telling them to.
What are you doing at that point? Because these guys
telling
are...
them to.
I'll take another turn of pushing it downwards. What's my range on this? 60 feet. So pushing it downwards under the water.
Yep, so you can get it, because you're,
Yeah.
floating above, you get it about 50 feet below the water.
Okay. And then after I've done that, I will telekinesis myself onto the boat. Onto the other boat.
And you don't have to do a roll if you're just the willing person to do it, are you?
Damn it. Let's get going.
I figured it was awkward. We joked about it last week. It was awkward as hell, and it's like a
It's
clumsy Mary Poppins thing.
Oh, it's more like Magneto the first time he tries it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Iron Man when he's first trying out the suit.
Actually, there's no point in rushing.
We'll be dead anyway.
That's right.
No, we should definitely rush.
So,
Sure, let's get the
He's doing
gigantic
that.
boat moving in 20 seconds. Let's go.
I'm going to get onto the boat, and I'm going to try and telekinesis the sails forward. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try and push forward with telekinesis.
So you'll break the sails, the one thing that will help us move.
this is like standing on deck and trying to blow into the
Yeah, that's a
sails.
bit of a physics
So-
puzzle.
That's a physics puzzle that is just going to break the mast. But, okay.
So when Kevo disappeared, I got his magic crystal thingy that stored spell slot thingies.
Yep.
What level spell slots does that hold?
It gets a spell slot worth every time you cast a spell near it, and then you can expend all of them.
Okay.
I got his puzzle
Meaning I
box
can
too.
cast
Yeah,
Warding
okay.
Wind again.
Sure can.
I mean, there's
Just
also like the
start
deck
going-
of
going
cards
with
we just
spells.
pull out and hope we get the
If
wish
I
one. I wish
Have my
I
carpet
wish you
in the
didn't
right
do that.
spot, I can have if I move my carpet to the right spot, I can have the circular Warding Wind blow hitting the cells at the right spot.
I love it.
Or like I'll go to the back of the ship and try and like grab a bunch of water and just push it into the back of the ship. I don't know how boats work.
It might be better to try and push off the dock.
Well, I'll do that.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just trying
So-
to like help the ship move with telekinesis.
I'll just sit there and light up one of my
Wind.
secrets again.
No
well.
lights, there's Warding Wind up.
Hey?
No lights, Warding Wind up.
Oh, you're the fucking worst.
I'm not entirely clear on how a sailboat gets out of an enclosed cave like this anyway.
It's usually a lot of pushing off the docks and everything like
Man the oars.
that. You got anything to add to this clusterfuck?
I'm sitting there like, I'm fairly certain I know what I did wrong.
Meanwhile, there's
I
an
can-
unmanned oar next to you. Just
No.
Hey,
I'm fairly certain I can do it again.
if we survive this,
I'm like holding Roderick like this, like pointing it at the docks, beads of sweat coming down the side. Yeah, let's talk about it some more.
there's a strong wind blowing.
Yeah, you got this sort of. You got Storm at the top doing the doing the wind. You got
like I said,
Magneto
if it
trying
doesn't work, it doesn't matter regardless.
The hammerheads are just crawling over the ship basically. There's like pulling every sail tight they possibly can. They have sensed the urgency of the moment, even though no one's actually sort of said it.
I would have thought I had
We've been yelling at
to
them, start the boat. Magical emergency.
It was an
Okay.
emergency.
Storm
Since
meteorological
you've-
hazard event.
Since you've created the circumstances of the timing here, can you roll me a percentile?
No, not your dice.
For real?
I just do it.
Just a
That's
Yeah,
it.
roll a one,
It's
it'll
not
be
your
another
D20, it'll be
Okay.
fine.
I'm nervous now.
So there you go.
So is that 40,
64.
64?
64.
You have 64 seconds.
Or 64 rounds. In which case, everything's perfectly fine.
That's that much better.
It's way better than 64
It's way more than
seconds.
64 seconds. Okay. The boat starts to pull out of the dock. Like every hand that's available is basically just got a long pole, like just like pushing the boat, trying to get it away from the docks. They are the wind and the sails thing that is working somewhat. Essentially you're creating a vortex behind it, which is just begin to push forward.
I just want to say, I'm telekinetically pushing this. I'm also keeping an eye on the thing where I put the barrel in there, and if I see a flash, I'm gonna cast Dimension Door on myself and get the fuck out of here.
The boat sort of pulls out of that sort of dock section and starts to pull away from the bomb boat.
Just say that's a held action that I'm preparing.
You can see since you're focusing on it. Give me a perception check.
Rolled pretty good.
This turned out a lot more dramatic than I was even intending.
16.
16. Okay, you can sort of just see like the like this light red glow and like a small area down the bottom. Was you saw it when it was pulled out of the ship, and you can see the crystals at the top sort of cooking with energy. This is brighter than that, under a decent amount of distance because you pushed it.
A lot of water and distance and yeah. Okay.
Okay. The ship has sort of pulled out here. It's coming underneath the footbridge there, and you're still looking at it.
Yeah.
You see this flash of white underwater. It's like the whole waterbed just gets lit up. You just see this flash of just the purest white light below the water.
That's good. That's where light should be, right?
The next thing you see is the ship sitting above it, just sort of lurch forward. Basically, like you.
Like a huge fountain of water type thing.
Essentially, it's a water spurt from the from below it, basically pushing the stern of the boat up into the air, and basically it is. This thing is 90 degrees to where it should be, facing directly down into the water, and just like tipping further and further forward. Basically somersaulting forward towards you guys.
Oh.
It's not going to land on you. Like, it's going to be a fair bit short of you. But followed by that
It's gonna make
is
a wave.
the swell. And it is a massive swell of water.
Hi.
Were you going to do your dimension door?
Not just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. If it's not like a explode, I was expecting an explosion going outwards. If it's just a wave, I'm like, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you got this the whole explosion surge of water hitting you. You hear the captain of the hammerheads is just like yells out, "Brace!" And everyone is.
I choose to brace. The one time I will follow authority.
I have a magic carpet above the mast.
You're probably all right.
Okay.
Maybe. Depends what happens.
I hold on to my carpet.
All right. This surge of water, we're talking about a 30, 40 foot high wave of water coming from here.
And this
coming
boat's
behind
like 50 feet tall, so we're perfectly fine.
if you guys can
It's
get,
one of those
basically washing straight towards the stern of the boat. If you guys can give me strength saves to hang on.
Oh, good. Strength is what I'm good at. As discussed
I am
previously.
glad that you mentioned that earlier because I almost feel like this might be one of your little weakness things.
So I just strength
Oh,
saving
no, that's fine. I'll
throw?
just put
I don't
an
think
extra 20.
you don't have to worry about it. You're on the boat.
Oh, but actually,
I have a
okay.
question. Is there a way that I could augment this with my brain powers?
No.
Well, do you still have
you
TK
can
up?
think about hanging on real tight. That would be augmenting it with your brain power.
I got an 18 anyway.
You're like,
13.
17.
and you were fine.
21.
You just wanted to roll it because of rolling it. The whole boat just lurches forward, essentially like riding the surf like it's like a surfboard, pushed towards the cave opening.
Cowabunga dudes.
Cowabunga dudes, and decent rolls all round. Basically, you managed to hold onto the boat. You do the wave surges over the entire deck of the boat, and you guys manage to sort of like hang on, like wrapping your arms around masts or the skirting around the sides or whatever you manage to grab hold of it and hold on. You do see some of the crew essentially just like washed over the edge and either slammed into cave walls or lost beneath the boat. You cannot see where they've ended up.
They're probably dicks.
You killed some innocents. I'm actually kind of proud of you.
Meanwhile, the bomb boat has basically landed, completely capsized, and the rear end of it has just been completely shattered, and the whole boat is beginning to sort of break apart and sort of drift apart. You see several of these bomb kegs sort of like bob up to the surface.
So we could try it again.
You were looking towards the back. Give me another perception check on these.
Maybe we don't need to.
And you two give me perception checks on the crew.
Got a 19.
Apparently I care about
Alright,
the crew.
from now on.
Actually, you can give me a perception check on crew as well.
28.
I'm not paying attention.
You need some iron dice.
28.
28.
17.
Passive 18.
18. Okay.
yeah,
You can
passive.
see the tops of some of those kegs. The crystals are already starting to cook. Some of these other ones are basically starting to go.
Oh, cool.
Oh, so probably
I thought
just
we'd need to be worried about them not all blowing up, but they're going to blow up.
It's a whole different set of problems.
So did
It would
that.
be cool if they all went off at once because that would be a fucking nuke. But I'm gonna deal with just with
So I'm
carpet
assuming
bombing.
the
That's what I
swell
was
would
hoping
have
for,
helped push the ship forward.
Sorry.
The swell would help push the ship forward.
It has.
Behind it, yes.
You all three of you managed to sort of spot some of the crew, a couple of crew members. There's one that has basically been washed against the cave wall onto, sharp rock shards, and is basically just like spiked through the chest, like stuck. He's just like his limbs are just like washing backwards and forwards.
That'll push us right out.
I don't think he'll be okay.
Walk it off.
You do spot another guy who's basically just like doing the whole struggling drowning thing. He's off to the left of the boat.
That's the
Don't look at me like that.
stern, port, aft.
Crow's nest.
They're all the things that for boats.
But yeah, the boat is the boat you're on is making a decent clip for the exit. If you don't do something about that soon, that guy is getting left behind.
Is he 60 feet of us?
He will be shortly. Telekinesis is baller.
It's pretty baller, right?
Cool. All right. The boat basically just like makes a beeline straight for the exit. The captain of the Hammerheads is basically both hands on the rudder arms, is like pulling sideways, just trying to make sure this thing doesn't slam
The bomb's
straight
gone
into.
off. I now have a vested investment because now it's survived.
Hold on. I'm just gonna like, as we're on the ship, as we're leaving, I'm like just gonna quietly like saunter up to each of you. Like, so the boat was booby trapped, right? Yeah, the boat was booby trapped. We didn't do that.
He's not with us. Like, if there was like a bus, we could throw him under it. If I knew what those things were.
The large carriages.
It basically wasn't our fault. Not our fault.
I
I have a perception of like 18, so I'm hearing this.
You were down in the hold.
As you scoot,
Not my fault.
As you scoot towards the exit, you sort of claw game this guy out of the water and drop him on.
I'm just learning the telekinesis, so I'm like,
Pick him up by his foot, like a snapping sound, like his knee pops
like
out.
dangling, and like.
I will go with the big wheel thing that controls where the boat goes.
Yep.
The helm. Yar! I'm a boat person now.
you're a boat person.
You have
And I'll
so many
help
good
the
experiences on
captain.
boats.
Stay the oh, she's gone that way, whatever.
Yep. Okay. You see sort of the sunlight outside the cave.
Oh, good.
It gets better.
Yeah. So sunlight on the outside of the cave that starts to fill your vision, yours especially, and behind you as the boat breaks the threshold between cave and sea, you just hear just like drum fire. Just like
Don't look at it. It's cooler this way.
Just slowly walking down the ship.
It's a staring. You're on the carpet like that. You're like grabbing this other person is like screaming.
you're like, and this guy's dangling by his foot. Meanwhile, his drum fire is just like, thump, 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 as these massive explosions behind you. You guys, the boat gets hit by another surge wave as you sort of like pop like a cork out the other side. Well, you got to look back at any point, or can I just move on from that description?
Paint a picture of us moving forward, and you can paint this thing what's occurring behind us.
Alright, yeah, so looking from the
Just track out of the shot and just...
yeah, so tracking out slightly, so sort of right at the front point of the boat, looking back towards the cave, you see Hana sort of swinging off the wheel, assisting the captain with making sure we stay straight. The Leland,
Magni.
as he set the guy down on the boat, he's popped the cork on one of those bottles that he looted.
Hollister.
Asking if you're gonna drink all that yourself. You gotta spare one of those.
Mind pass it over to you.
Swig.
He's going to ease off on the wind and float him down to the deck and just stay slightly above because it's all very wet.
So essentially, you got two drinking party, one swinging off the wheel, one back sort of landing pretty gracefully towards the deck, and
above
behind
the
you
deck
just
to
see
the
this fiery explosion sort of burst out the mouth of the cave. The entire earth section above just sort of collapses in on itself, and it all sort of rolls in. Essentially, you're creating a new bay.
I left my keys in there.
Yeah, basically the earth sort of consumes itself, filling
We
this
changed the
cave
world
in.
today.
That was better.
The blood cliffs have a new wound.
The blood flats.
New scar.
New scar. That's good. I was gonna say gash. That's grosser.
That's an
Gash.
unpleasant word.
Yeah.
What?
It's better when you don't say things. Sorry.
All right,
Reasonable.
you guys are now
Sailing
safely out of the blood caves,
The blood.
out of the blood Cliff
Blue
Caves.
Cliffs.
Blue
Yes.
Cliff Caves.
It's in the Nordic part of the ocean.
Please, brother. Add some blues.
Blue, brother.
What?
I don't know what that's from.
The loops, brother.
Alright. You're on a boat.
Another successful mission.
Well, yeah. It was pretty good.
We saved some people.
Hey, look, most are pretty good. Someone lost half a leg. A few people died.
Like,
Someone set off a bomb a little bit prematurely.
Suffer some premature explosion.
It went off. That's the
did.
main thing. The only people that died had signed up for it anyway. No actual innocents died.
Except for that one police officer that you accidentally killed. That's fine.
He was a.
Don't worry about it.
You didn't talk to him coming in. He was a Republican. You don't want to guess that.
Hey, if that's what you need to tell yourself to sleep better at night, you do you, man.
I will do me.
The captain of the Hammerhead sort of gets the boat just into
I'll put my foot on now because I'm
Let's
going.
see.
Ah, that's right. The sun.
some sort of
Ah, that's better.
safer course, and starts to sort of assess the situation we've got there. He's looking over the crew the crew that's remaining, and he's talking to you guys like, we lost a couple on the way there. We lost 2 experienced guys during the melee,
Yep, so too.
and I lost another experienced sailor overboard during that explosion. Do any of you guys have sailing experience? Or do you know you don't?
I'll say, are we sailing right now?
I'll count that as a no. Would you guys have any serviceable skills you could put to this? Because this ship is going to need some navigation. This ship is going to need
Well,
lookouts.
typically, my
Well, we sailed here and then flew above, and Poppet remembers the layout of all terrain.
my
We've got
approach
we have
to
ourselves a
problems.
potential navigator.
My approach to problems is, if it can't be resolved with violence, I probably haven't used enough violence. So, can I use violence on something?
Potentially.
Fantastic.
Just punch the sail.
It'd be more defensive if we come into troubles on the ocean.
In all seriousness, I probably would be a good lookout scout thing,
At night.
but probably not right now.
I'm a wizard. I have important wizard things that I need to do below decks. Good day.
And you, Mr. Holster?
I am also a wizard. Important wizard things to do. Good day.
Poppet's just gonna point at his head and then point at the coastline and just nod.
I'd say Hollister has sailed before. Like,
It's
On-
family
with-
yachts.
or like family yachts. And
It'd be more of a case of you've been on a boat that you've had a crew on.
You've had rooms.
well, like rich people like have those little sailing ships that they sail themselves. You know, they take pride in
For
that
hobby.
weird sort of nonsense.
Okay.
for 5 or 10 minutes and then get someone else to take that home.
Just for the Instagram, and then
How do
Just
you
last
feel
person.
about running through some basic training for some of the others, just to be able to control the sails,
We do have a pile of
steer the
refugees.
ship? Because I'm not going to be able to do this 24 hours a day for the next few days it's going to take to get home.
oh yeah, that's sail go up, sail go down, left, right, easy.
Well, good. I'm glad you're in charge of the moving stuff because you've done so well that so far.
So,
Dust a bit of cave out of my hair.
Hana, if you can be a lookout at night,
Sit around, not really do anything. Yep, easy.
that'll be much appreciated. You're already downstairs.
Fuck this shit.
You basically sort of your hand signals everything.
I love
Didn't
that
quite work
Ryan
very well,
is
but
setting jobs and responsibilities, and Leland's just like, nah.
you sort of pull out a notebook and everything and start sketching out from memory
The coastline.
the coastline that you've got there and start tap your stylus against there and just like and pointing in a direction is like
No, we didn't. Just wondering if we nicked a map from the captain's commercial boat. We didn't.
No.
You didn't nick
This
it.
one.
You
No, there was that.
We defaced it,
you did deface a map in there,
but then it was claimed by the ocean and fire.
and Hellbeast, Hellcow,
The cow is set free.
the Freedom Cow.
Freedom cow.
I was actually
Freedom isn't free.
I was actually quite upset about that. There's
Cows like you.
that cool little prank I played where I like changed the
You
nautical
added
islands, and then the boat got blown up and it all got sunk. It's all
but for
you
Dawn.
that was part of the as we were escaping, going, oh, no one's gonna fall for my little island prank.
Oh, I got self-burned.
What would be funny is if you actually stole the map after all that, and then it was like, I got a map. Oh
Hey,
shit!
there's an island up here.
If you can roll me a charisma.
I can roll you a 3 if that's what you're after.
Charisma.
I think he wants it.
Yeah.
To basically start teaching some of the able hands of the refugees some boat things. I don't feel good about that one at all.
Sailing for adventure on the big blue wet thing.
18.
18. All right, you managed to sort of pull a small little crew together enough to sort of run some of the lines and keep the sails.
Various kinds of knots.
Yes.
It's very important in sailing for some fucking reason.
It's a lot of ropes and
There's
sailors.
a lot of ropes.
At least 3 ropes? More?
It's actually closer to 5.
How many
Believe
spiders worth
that.
of boats are ropes are there?
How many spiders orgies to a rope?
I imagine like the real estate notifications are really fucking awkward. It's like an Underdark villa, 16.5 spider orgies floor space. It's like,
That is a bargain, though.
with a 2.5 spider orgy granny flat.
Actually, in today's economy, that's quite good.
I didn't put a price on it yet.
How does a cave have a granny flat?
It's a hollowed out stalagmite or stalactite.
Cool.
All right, fantastic. Okay.
I will go downstairs. I will take one of those bottles that you took.
Wait, no.
And
What are your plans to do while you're downstairs?
I want to find. I'm just like they got the boat thing. I'm not doing the boat thing. I want to find a quiet corner and actually get a chance to look at Craven's book.
Okay.
Sort of been wanting to do that for a bit, and like now I actually have a moment to pause. So,
Okay.
but if you got like other scenes planned, then that can wait till later or whatever.
I know.
Yeah, cool.
Meanwhile, upstairs, if you can give me an intellect roll as far as it goes for you charting out a course.
Intellect.
Intellect.
But it doesn't use survival. No.
Nature.
Anything
Okay,
but intellect.
I'll give you survival. That's probably a bit more appropriate.
21.
Fine. Okay. So yeah, you managed to sort of like
Otherwise, that was going to be a lot less.
going from a drawing that you did from memory because you can remember landscapes and everything like that. You draw out a course, pointing out a couple of points where you saw like rocky outcrops in the water to sort of avoid these stone reefs. Reefs?
Don't die
Reefs.
here. Don't die
Reefs.
here. Reefs.
It's reefs. I said reefs the first time.
Which isn't a word.
No, it's a name.
It's the plural of reef. 1 reef, 2 reefs. That's not true.
No,
That's
it's not.
not. It didn't even sound.
It's a plural of Supermans.
I mean, I was just going to let you have it and move on, but...
I wasn't. I hold myself to a higher standard than that.
Do you?
No.
I've heard this podcast, Ryan.
month-wise,
Yes.
where are we? Like, are we going to be like
In the
full
lunar
moon
cycle.
during the ocean? It's like,
You're looking at about
Deary me.
4 days travel.
yep.
So long as there's no delays, you should hit Gesserit before the full moon.
Oh, good. So what I will do, so I was going to go, let's just like behave like a brig type of thing.
You'd have to go look around and find.
Well, that's what I'll do. I'll have a
Alright.
look around the boat. Is there? Do I find a brig?
Roll investigation.
No. Oh, on this once.
You can't make it.
That's a 9 this time. Yeah, that's how it works. Not a 6. That is 17.
There's no brig, but with a 17 total, was it?
Yes.
You find a gunnery magazine that's unoccupied. That's not in use. So it's got a heavy set door on it, just in the case of any accidental fire within the magazine.
Yep.
But it's not filled with any sort of gunpowder or
Like
ammunition.
a
or
lock key sort of thing, vibe, or
less of that, but it can be barricaded.
Cannibals.
What?
The gunnery magazine.
Oh, sorry. It's got it's like a couple of chock braces that can be put on the door from the outside.
oh, cool.
Because people don't tend to need to lock
Yep, no.
a magazine from inside.
So it can be closed and it can be, so if you're in there, you can't get out.
That's correct.
Excellent. Good to know. Just
Yeah, it's basically the storeroom for all the gunpowder and everything for a ship.
I get it. I just thought
It's basically what it is.
cannonballs. That was actually quite good. I saw you like really want to get that one out.
good to know.
So, the book.
Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
I got my book.
Mm-hmm.
Craven's book.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know which one is which still?
Yes.
Cool.
Because they look identical.
Mm-hmm.
You know your book. You know every little dent, every little scratch, every little mark that's been made on it over your travels. Craven's one is identical. On the cover, every little like imperfection in the leather, every little scrape, the top right corner where it's sort of been worn a little bit rounded is to the millimeter identical.
I'm gonna get my dagger out
Mm-hmm.
and just like on like a little bit on the spine. I'm just sort of gonna like just scratch it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then look at Craven's book.
That same scratch is just sort of, it's there now. You didn't see it you didn't see it sort of like scrape across, but as you look at it, it looks like it was always there.
Creepy. I'll start flicking through Craven's book, see if it says the same things on the pages.
You're flicking through the pages, and every page that you've managed to sort of decipher or understand anything from your book, you can understand in his book. The pages, you flick through your, basically like comparing your book to his book, you flick to, say, page 76, which is one that you know, it's what's taught you Eldritch Blast. Flick to the page 76 on his, exactly the same. It is every other page where you've had issues with the font and the text not sitting still and sort of worming around the page like a pool of maggots or worms moving around on the page, but made of ink.
It's a cool book.
Same effect there, including to the fact that if you put them right next to each other, you could almost see one sort of worm its way from one page and then appear on the right hand side of the other, like it's like they're moving between each other.
In the past,
Yeah.
when I've found another of these special books, my book has sort of eaten it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sort of getting my book and just sort of...
No,
You're trying to feed it.
No. Think Cookie Monster.
Because I don't really know how that works. It just sort of happened
It
each
just
time.
sort of happened last time.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
You're not seeing any sort of reaction. It's like, it's almost like, roll me wisdom.
ooh. 15.
You get the impression that your book and Craven's book are sort of in a completed form, or at least the pieces that are in his one are already in your one. Like if there was going to be something added to it, it'd be something that's also missing from Craven's book.
That makes sense. I just have 2 books now.
Roll me another investigation as you're flicking through the pages.
I will guidance that,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what I do. Oh, 14.
14. Continuing to flick through Craven's book, you come across one page, and it's one of the pages that you can't read. It is the swirling text. But on one top corner, there's a small ink mark that's been put in. That's not part of this, and it looks just like the shape of a candle flame. That sort of like teardrop sort of shape with the smaller one on the inside.
And that's not on my book.
That's not on your one. It stands out.
I'm going to concentrate really hard and try and read what's on that page. Or try and read, like, flick to the same page in my book and try and read that one.
When you flip to the same page in your book, that little candle flame thing is not in yours.
That seems important. It's a clue. If only I could talk to somebody else about this. I may have to return this book to the librarian. I don't want overdue fees.
You're gonna get late fees. You had like comprehend language. Is that what you're going on? Is that?
I don't have that anymore. I traded that out. So I don't have comprehend language. No, I did. I had better spells for it instead of it. Probably was a mistake.
You concentrate as hard as you can, and part of as you're sort of focusing on that sort of the thing you can sort of zero in on is this candle symbol, and as you're sort of focusing on it, you can see sort of some of that swirling text around the edge seems to sort of coalesce a little bit more, but as soon as you sort of move your eyes to try and look at it, it dissipates again. It's like trying to do one of those magic eye pictures, but then you move your focus a little bit and you lose the image for a little bit. Same sort of deal there. Every time you try and shift your focus from that candle flame to the text forming near it, it like disperses like mist again. You feel like you're getting somewhere, but it's probably going to take some more concentration.
Leland has a dumb idea.
So here's an idea.
A regular Leland idea. Go through his pack and try and find something like a quill or something like that, like a pen.
Okay.
And try and draw the candle symbol on my book in the spot where it's in the other book. See what happens.
Okay.
Also, he does it in blood. Sorry, Leland has no chill.
Okay.
Like Sideshow Bob pricks his finger with the dagger.
Forgery skills, do you not?
I do.
So your ability to copy
actually
is a pretty good
It's
thing.
never come up before. But I do that thing. It's in my background. Where's that going to be? Forged documents, including official papers, personal letters, as long as you've seen an example of the kind of document or the handwriting you're trying to copy.
I think we can wrangle this. Alright.
I'm forging arcane text, guys.
Well, you're forging a picture. You get your ink, get an inkwell out, get your quill, everything. Slight cut in the finger, drop a few drops into the inkwell. Start like scratching out the image, trying to trace it as closely as possible. When you're partway, you get the outline done. Start working on the middle one, and from up on deck, you hear a yell of basically the captain yelling out like brace, brace, brace.
Oh no! Probably shouldn't have done this on a boat.
What is happening upstairs is the boat's heading towards what looks like rocks that you didn't see charted. Like, you didn't see coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird, because you had a good look. You should have known this because your whole
Outlander thing.
Did you make an island happen?
But there it is. A large, sort of stony form that is heading towards the bow of the ship, which is moving.
Towards the bow of the ship.
Which is moving.
It is Leviathan.
Did you two?
I'm doing wizardy stuff down below decks. Don't worry about it. Just generally wizardy things.
You're getting through the last little bit there, and the whole boat just it collides with something solid, and and your whole hand sort of like jerks slightly, and you've got this almost perfect replica of the candle flame, but that last little bit has got on off the edge of the page.
Ah, damn beans!
Upstairs, for those who are up there. And you've obviously you've heard the yelling because you were downstairs as well, and then felt the sudden shuddering of the boat.
Now, I'm not one of them fancy boat people. I know boats typically don't stop for no reason in the middle of the ocean.
It's like they've hit something solid.
Yes.
Essentially what you guys both see while you're up on deck is it looks like it's about 20 feet wide. This rocky sort of structure. that has approached the boat and then sort of rammed into it. And you just hear this clawing sound on the side of the boat.
Do we raise the sunken city of Neolithed? I don't know if I pronounced that right.
I don't think anyone can pronounce that right. I don't think. Yeah, no.
Yep.
Even the creator.
Yeah.
Lovecraft. Lovecraft was the word I was trying to say.
Yes.
I will go and look at the thing.
All right. Give me a perception.
That is going to be 25.
All right. The rock structure that you can sort of see is odd because it seems to almost be uniform in its sort of construction. You also sort of see one sort of chunk like this. It's almost sort of hexagonal shape, but sort of naturally hexagonal. And then there's another cluster of rock, the same sort of length, and they're all laid out, and then sort of this whole dome shape. And as you're sort of looking at it, going, that's a bit odd. You can see this large clawed arm sort of reach up on one side and like grab hold of the edge of the boat and pull itself up as this whole scaly beaked face pulls itself out of the water and drags itself up to the edge of the boat. It's essentially a giant turtle.
Giant turtle. We got a giant turtle situation.
It's a turtle.
Yeah.
It's a doyle.
Pollock flies over.
Oh no, the ring! The ring!
Oh no!
Oh no! Wait. Give me initiative rolls because we're going straight in.
Maybe it's.
Oh, it's not a friendly turtle.
Oh no! It's attacking the boat.
Oh.
I want to get some combat in this game.
I got a 9.
You got a 9 for Leland.
I got 14.
14 for Poppets.
25.
Ooh.
I got some initiative.
25 for
Kill
Hollister.
my pet.
Huh?
16.
But that's going to put you
So
like
don't
second
kill
on
my
the initiative roll.
It's gonna be my pet.
It's okay. Oh.
All right, Hollister. You have turtle face up front and center.
You gonna draw on that turtle?
No, I don't. No, I think I'm going to hold an action and wait to see, because like a boat rammed into a turtle is going to be like, fuck you, boat.
Well, actually, the turtle
Like,
rammed
that's
into the
fair.
boat.
How friendly
Okay.
does a turtle look?
It's attacking.
We go downstairs.
Ah, okay.
All right. You're holding your action. What are the
I'm
actions?
holding an action for it to like take a swipe at a person or like try to take a chunk out of the boat. For all I know, we've just like hit a turtle and it's like, ow, stop being a boat.
Huh?
Sorry.
Are you going to show the same level of restraint and diplomacy to giant turtle?
Turtle diplomacy?
So I'd hit the boat. I'm still in the hold, so I'd imagine that I'm using my initiative to rush up and see what the heck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll spend whatever
Which is
bit of
going to
movement I
basically
need to
be
get up there. We'll
that
figure out my
and
whole turn, I imagine.
your move and a dash and that whole bit to basically get up on deck and see that you've got a decent sized sort of turtle face and claw, and the left clawed hand is sort of at the edge of the boat with like claws dug into the timbers. That's what you see.
That's a turtle.
Covet's gonna fly over to it, look it in the face, and twist his ring.
No!
What?
Casting animal friendship.
Every fucking time.
I'm gonna get a pet turtle this time!
Okay.
It worked once!
It worked once.
Did it?
Yes, there was a giant spider.
The giant
in sewer.
spider.
Oh, the fucking spider. All
I
right.
got a spider.
Spider that got killed as soon as we went back to town.
It did not get killed.
you-
It had a lovely life down in the sewers. You told
Can
me it was
you,
going to have a lovely life down in the sewers.
It had a lovely life out of the farm.
Is that
up-
what you told him?
It went to this
No, it's
farm
in the sewers.
upstate. It was great.
Oh, the farm
Give me the
upstate.
full
You got to run
wording
and
of animal
spin
friendship,
and-
please.
I don't want to. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell ends.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, you're not making the saving throw, which is a sign that. Just saying.
Okay.
But yes, that's my.
That was
My
DM
action is to-
for you're not making friends with the giant fucking turtle, Jane.
My
I
action
just
is
wanted
to
the
try
I
to
wanted the
make
wording
friends.
there to see what categories were available.
My action was to fly up and twist my ring.
Okay.
And Cobb's just sitting there grinning very expectantly and confidently. Because this totally always works every single time he's tried to do this.
Thank you for reminding me that I've got to steal that ring off you at some
No, you
point and
don't.
throw it away.
Throw it into a fucking volcano.
It's like the one ring.
It's the
We will
one,
bring ruination upon us all. Give
it's the
Take
one
it from the Hobbit and use it.
it to Isengard. It's safer there.
Okay. This giant turtle, basically, with its, the left clawed hand, just digs the claws right in. It just
I think you're about to find out if it's hostile.
starts to rake the claws against across the side, trying to tear into the
He's just playing.
section of it.
He's just playing.
Probably still friendly.
He's
Wait,
just
maybe
playing.
just trying to scratch a hello.
Oh boy! All right.
He doesn't know his own strength. He's just, trying to say hello. He's a
think
good
that's-
boy. He's a good boy.
Good to see, doggy.
Exactly. He just needs
Um,
pats.
The claws sort of dig in, and you just see deck timbers just shredding up, like that paper under his claws, just pulling entire lines of them up. And it then repositions the claw into the sort of the hole that it's gathered, so it's got a better sort of grip hole, and starts to try and pull its body a little bit further up the side of the boat, and starts snapping towards the center,
He's just
the middle,
playing.
the center mast. But it's still just a good.
Your
5,
last
10
command was fuck this shit up, fuck this boat shit up. In which case, great job.
It's still about 5-10 feet short of the mast, but it's trying to reach for it and trying to break the mast.
Alright, so it's now actually
Leland,
on the top of the boat.
it's basically pulling itself up
Okay.
on the side of the boat. The whole boat is beginning to sort of lurch sideways.
So Leland licks his thumb and tries to get off the bit where he fucked up the candle flame on his book. Is it coming off?
It's smearing around.
Sort of gets the hem of his robe.
It's blood in paper.
Yeah.
I don't know, hydrogen peroxide that shit.
I guess I'll close up the book and see what the commotion is upstairs.
Because you can probably see part of it, because I think part of the roof has just disappeared above you.
Well, I was very focused on the book until that moment.
You sort of scratching at this dried blood, just right. You're like, and then sort of close, look up. It's just claws, and they're big.
Yeah, so I head upstairs. I guess I'm not going to get there till next time.
I'm gonna roll some stuff with some hammerheads.
Oh yeah, we got troops and stuff.
Triple guards.
Oh, but if they hurt it, my animal friendship will fall off.
You're right. If they hurt it, your animal friendship thing won't work anymore. That would be a
Do it again next
disappointment.
turn.
Oh, come on, Ryan.
I've got 2 more charges.
Be better, Ryan.
I'm disappointed with that roll. I'm the one controlling both sides of this. All right. A couple of the hammerheads sort of break away from their current work and basically draw their swords and just start hacking at the clawed hand that's up on the deck. Hollister, you had a held action if you wanted to.
Yeah, if they're actually attacking it now.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of didn't really want to be the first person to attack the poor pet.
Happy to set off bombs when it comes to attacking a giant turtle.
Happy to have
21.
all the use.
Sorry.
For the record, 2 pepper box pistols.
Mhm.
So I got 2 actions, which is going to be one. So it's not like dual weapon fighting. It's just 2 actions. Yep. So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 1d10 plus 5, 6, and that'll hit as well. 9. So
9 damage?
10 damage total.
What was the other hit? What was the second one?
To hit?
Yeah.
Oh, that was 27.
Okay, yeah. And 9 damage, was it?
Yep.
Alrighty. So that's basically just pop with the Pepper box was. So that was your held action. Now comes around to your turn.
Ooh.
Alright. So that's going to be the same again,
Mm-hmm.
but also, where Alright. As well. 23.
23 hits, yep.
13, and I will spend a grit point
Mm-hmm.
to dazing shot. So that's con saving throw, DC 17.
Huh, I failed that.
Hell yeah. So that's daze,
Con's my
disadvantage.
second highest stat.
I kind of thought it would be for a giant turtle, but I thought I'd take a punt at it. Disadvantage on attacks
Ooh, that's a good one.
What's happening?
until the end of their next turn.
Till the end of its next turn or
Yep.
your next turn.
So disadvantage that the creature taking damage must make con saving throw, so it's the creature's next turn.
Alright.
And I still got one more action, so that is going to be 20,
Yep.
7 damage.
7 damage. That stunning one was good. Alright. Huh.
Right.
You're up on deck now.
I'm up on deck. So, like, during the time this happened, like,
I don't think you're gonna get a turtle.
has it become, like, nighttime suddenly?
No.
Could it be?
No.
It's not one of those magic night turtles that
That's just what, like, maybe
brings the moon.
Maybe
with
it brings in, maybe it brings in, like, darkness wherever it goes.
This is not the turtle that the disc
Very
rides
heavy
upon.
cloud cover and
Because even though I'm assuming, I was actually saying it's probably quite high, I am going to cast very far at it.
Okay.
Because everything I do against it will have disadvantage.
Yep. And
So make it brighter.
Well, it balances out for the disadvantages. It just gets them back to normal rolls.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
look,
deck save?
I understand the complexity. No, so it is a...
Wisdom save, wasn't
Actually, no, it is. Any creature in the area... So if it fails the dexterity saving throw,
Target number was like 13 or something, was it not? Or-
I do not know what my spell DC is.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Dex
it's going to be
14.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be higher than 10. So yes,
It says Dex 14. So I'm sure
it has
that's
also
what it is.
failed that because apparently I can't roll well with this thing.
Oh, goody.
Maybe I can fix it.
See it. So that was my action.
You'll get there in the end.
Is only that gets advantage on the rolls from that.
Everyone gets advantage and
Everyone?
rolls against it now.
Nice.
So basically gone. In case you haven't worked out, that's a fucking turtle.
Oh, yeah. Holy
apparently
shit, guys,
you do get to
guys,
choose
it's a
if it's
fucking
going to
turtle.
be
For a
blue, green,
turtle-
or
tortoise in the
violet.
hand thing there.
It's going to be violet.
Starting out
Violet?
slow.
Oh.
I got it.
This is
I'm
very
sorry.
important.
It's a
I'm
violet.
completely
It wasn't great. It didn't really come together. It's fine.
So I will. That's an action. So I'll move up to it, and my bonus action will be just when I guess offhand. Attack. If I
You
can
can
do
only
that.
do that if you did melee with your main hand.
Then I will remain where I am, proud that I have highlighted the giant turtle on the boat, going, "All my work here is done." Once again, the drow saves the day.
The offhand attack is the same sort of deal like with his flurry of blows. You need to have done
That's fine.
melee.
That's fine.
All right, pop it.
I'm gonna whisper at the turtle that he should probably head away home before these people kill him. Dissonantly.
Oh, okay. That's a wisdom save.
Yes, wisdom 15.
Nope.
Okay, so he must immediately use his reaction to move as far away as possible from me. And he's going to take 3d8 damage.
This has been more challenging.
Turtle can't roll for shit.
Oh wait, no, it's not D8, it's D6. What am I doing? Sorry, wrong dice.
What d6s?
I got them. He took 8 damage.
8
And
damage.
he must move as far away as possible from me, as he can.
All right,
As
so
far as
he
speed allows.
basically starts to swim backwards 40 feet.
Save yourself.
You sure it's
And
not? You sure it's not 30 feet?
Maximum distance, and I have to do that now, or I have to do it on my turn.
Immediately uses its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away
Yeah,
from
it's
you.
40 feet away.
Sure it's not 30 feet?
It's 40 feet. That's what its swim speed is.
But it's 12 foot long.
And
so...
can I come back towards you again next turn?
Sure.
Sweet.
You were racked with terrible pain. I don't know. How would the
That
turtle's
was
instincts-
great, Ryan.
How would the turtle's instincts react to this pain and fear?
We'll see, I guess.
Okay.
We'll find out together.
Is that your turn done?
That's my action, yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to find out now then.
It's turtle time.
It is turtle power.
Save yourself.
Okey
I only
dokey.
do this because I love you.
You don't even
That's
you
me
don't
when I
even
hurt you.
know the turtle. Come on.
We had a moment.
Oh
Get a
shit.
whole
We were
Harry
friends.
Ryan looks too happy.
We were
I'm
friends.
kind of glad that I've gone backwards now because this makes this cone attack hit way more things.
Does the turtle pull out some nunchucks?
Magic turtle? What is this
It's-
turtle?
If you want to know the name, it is
No,
a
I don't.
dragon turtle.
That's pretty cool.
It was a dragon turtle.
And you didn't want me to make it my pet.
You couldn't because it's not a beast.
I wasn't even in the fucking room. Don't put this on me.
Okay. You see it sort of raise itself up in the water and extend its neck forward, open its mouth up, and just like scalding hot steam just fires out of its mouth, engulfing the entire boat.
Good timing.
You're back just in time.
If I can get con saves from everyone, please.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, good.
Just out of curiosity,
Natural 20.
am I on the top of the deck yet?
I don't believe you actually went upstairs yet.
So I'm not on top yet.
You might be okay. Hello? You're okay? Unless you got a negative.
No.
You're okay.
That is going to be 12
Total?
total.
Gathering I'm very fast on the magic carpet.
You are scalded.
See, last time we played, my dice were like
nice.
shit house.
5,
And this time they're like,
Don't about it.
don't worry about it. We got this. You got
You're
your thing.
good.
We'll just
You're
make
good.
it happen.
You're good.
6, 11.
Why's the turtle holding on us? I thought it was leaving.
15.
I tried.
They turned around.
24.
Oh, the guy's tail's still there. I can see it.
Swam away a bit, then popped back up. Apparently it's a dragon turtle.
Ah, that makes sense.
Where's the
Okay.
one math?
Those that failed, I think, was Trev. 34
12.
damage.
Jesus Christ.
Those that passed is 17 damage.
Now, I think I might better do a thing about that. Just for me.
And
You have like
Boy.
I forgot the name of it.
I don't think I have evasion yet, but I have. So,
It's
we
like
just have to
uncanny
make
dodge.
make sure a deck save. Oh, it's a deck saving throw.
Uncanny dodge.
That's bad.
That's pretty bad. That's like a half my hit points.
Fighter.
Well, I'm very beaten up from the fight.
Yes,
we had
uncanny
before,
dodge. So I was looking at
so-
evasion. Evasion's the dex one, so uncanny dodge. So I'll use my reaction and take
Half that again.
half damage.
So your 17 goes down to a half 7 is an 8 damage.
And I'm still not yet up on
You were
decks.
not on deck.
I basically said to him, like, nope! I
Being
can see him
late
because
to
he's
the fight.
highlighted a lovely violet.
You sort of like dodge and then sort of get behind the mast and you just get like scalded down the sides.
I just grab one of the venom hammerheads, just put it in front.
Alright.
No, it did clarify.
Did it
that I
move
had
at
a
all
red
closer to the boat?
It's about to do that now. Yeah, it basically sort of starts to swim up back up towards the boat. But that was its action, so Leland. It's at the edge of the boat.
Coming up, like about to head up onto the deck, see like a flash of steam. Go, oh shit!
You basically like, get to the top thing, like,
All right, I'll tentatively walk up onto the deck, see the
Right.
giant fucking monster turtle.
yep.
Inspired by my newfound bookedness, double bookedness,
Books akimbo.
Jewel.
I will point Roderick at. Ooh, have you got the corruption points thing about?
Did I not put that onto the...
Oh, it's on my notes, right?
I think it's in your notes. Oh, you're going to make it go crazy brain.
No. Well, eventually. I'm going to cast a spell.
Yep.
With a corruption point. So add a d6 number of corruption points to the saving throw of the spell.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to roll a d6 to add on to what the saving throw needs to be.
Yep.
So that's one corruption point.
It's also one to the save.
Yes. if you would be so good as to have it make a Constitution 20 saving throw.
Nope.
This is going to take a little while. So I'll finish the spell and then we'll do the corruption points after. Add a d8 to the corruption points of the spell. I don't know if I need to do that. Or maybe I'll... so this spell is 9d8. So I might need some help adding this up. Do I need to decide before I roll if I'm adding corruption points to the damage?
Before the roll.
I'll just add another corruption point and make it a clean 10d8.
Okay.
So I'm taking 2 corruption points for this.
Okay.
So... Can somebody help me?
Can someone do this?
Can somebody help me add?
Yes, do you want a calculators?
Yes. So, first one. 6. 7.
6 plus 7.
7.
Yep.
5.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
3. 8. 4. 4. 3.
50 exactly.
Yep. I concur.
Leland casually
Leland
walks up to the deck, lazily points Roderick at the giant turtle. His eyes turn black and smoke starts coming out.
Yep.
And then waves of necrotic force pound into the dragon turtle.
Alright.
I cast Blight at it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Was there something else that happened with Blight? Or is it just like...
If it's a plant, it gets fucked up.
Okay.
Is it a plant?
It's not. It's not a plant. It's also not a magical plant. Because I figured that question was going to come as well.
It has no effect on undead or constructs.
I'll just take the 50 on that.
Ah!
Alright, now for your corruption.
Yes. This is the fun part.
So the first one, a D4 to work out which version it is.
Which one's the good one?
2.
All of them.
Okay.
A
And
long-term mental affliction.
Oh, yeah, I've written down the indifferent ones over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another one.
Alright. D100, please.
76.
Can it be something turtle related?
I think it's the bad one.
You roll me the other one while we're at it.
So the D4, that's a 1.
Yep, so short
Take
term.
D6 necrotic damage per point. Oh, that's for the purge.
Yeah.
So I rolled it. Oh. I don't think this has a full list on the thing. Hang on.
I think I had that in my own notes.
Okay.
So that's a short term.
Okay.
It'll be a mystery.
D100.
36. What's going to happen to Leland?
You will be able to tell.
I did a
Maybe
sweet
something
50 damage to a giant turtle, though.
Worth it.
And now you believe
Let's
you
find
are a
out.
turtle.
Okay. First of all, you're looking at this giant turtle,
I don't feel so good.
and you
Mr.
cannot
Stark.
remember for the life of you why it's there, why you're up here, and who the fuck all these people are around you.
To be fair, I wish I could do that.
And then second of all, there's a giant fucking turtle in front of you that you are terrified of. So you're currently frightened of the turtle, and you have amnesia as far as it goes for all events leading up to this point. You still remember everything that you know, but you don't, like, so you know your spells, you know that you're
I know
you
that
know
I'm a
a
wizard.
wizard warlock. You know all that. You don't remember any of the faces of the people that are around you, or
You lucky
what led up to
bastard.
this last little bit. So there's some fun ones.
And holy shit, there's a giant turtle!
Who am I? Who are you?
This is like
So that's my turn, guys.
So basically, you started screaming at it. You stopped screaming at it. Looked around, started screaming again.
It's just basically essentially the frightened thing is you can't move closer to it, and you have disadvantage when attacking it.
Which is cancelled out by the violet very far.
Yes,
Okay, but I also... Okay, cool.
but you can also purge. All right, Hollister.
Have I been?
Did I
No,
skip
it's
you?
been a while. You very fired up.
Because you were last, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's
You're coming up next.
Sorry, my turn was a beefy one, I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, I was just to work out like one.
Thank you for
There's been
helping me out
some
there.
interesting things happening rather than just like, I stab it with my knife. I stab it with my knife. It's like,
We've
I do
been
all
attempting
that.
some alternative dispute resolution methods.
he scared it away. You.
Pounded it with waves of necrotic force.
Yep.
And then went mad.
And then
I
went-
highlighted it. In a turtle, in case you're missing it. I'm helping.
Alright, gonna stow the pepper boxes and bring out the literal big guns.
Yep. Singular.
Literal big gun.
Yeah, thank you.
16 plus 11, that's gonna hit.
You also have advantage against it because of very
And not gonna need it because that's a 14 and 11, so they both hit.
If you want, you can roll,
Roll
the
it to see if
attack
you get the
again
crit.
if you want.
Oh,
You got advantage.
Yeah. No, and no.
Right.
Cool.
Do you have the thing where you crit on 19s, or is that something that you don't have access to yet?
No, I don't get that yet. And so the damage for that is going to be 2d12.
Yes.
So that's 11 and 7. And I'm also going to action surge and do all that again.
Yeah, boy.
Like a fighter do.
Like one of them fighter do. 18 plus 11 and... So, yep, they both hit. And... No crits.
Big nice, nice.
So that is 11 and 13.
Yeah, boy. Alright. All done? All done?
Yeah, that'll do for now.
Easy.
So where's the turtle?
Up against it. Essentially, it
So
got
it's come
scared
back?
away, it's come back up.
Does it near I am? Like, there's the boat. Is it like here or like where is it?
It's to the... It's to... Okay, the
Oh,
boat's going that way.
I'll move to wherever the turtle is, so I'll delay my action.
Uh-huh.
So when it goes like, "Brr, I'm a turtle," I can go, yeah.
Easy. Pop it. Do you want to try and tame it? You might have had it down to like 40%. You can throw a Pokeball at it now.
I have animal handling. Maybe if I tried animal handling instead of 3.
You call it Dragonite.
You probably would.
What? Why am I encouraging this?
It's a Blastoise.
It's... Of course, no, it's a Dragonite.
It's kind of a
Blastoise.
cross.
It's straight up a Blastoise. It just shot fiery fucking water at you.
No, call it what your mum would have called it. It's a Pikachu.
What sort of Pikachu is it?
And there's the yellow mouse.
It's taking a little bit of damage, but it's really strong. Probably has a lot of hit points.
This is basically a Mega Evolution Blastoise. I've been playing so much Pokemon. Let's go.
How is
Let's
that?
go Eevee.
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'd never played any of the mainline games. Any of them.
Really?
I've played like not through. I've played smidgens of a couple of the ones.
Yeah.
I never owned a DS.
I never played Red
I
and
played a
Gold.
little bit on one of the Game Boy ones, but I never owned it. I just borrowed it for like a day off a friend, so I played a little bit. Never played. So Pokemon Go played since launch,
Yeah.
and Let's Go played since launch, which was only last week.
Yeah, okay, I assume that you played the shit out of the original game. Yeah.
But I've finished the main storyline. I've already got a couple of my my sort of tournament team starting to build up together and got them up to max level and started to power them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a Gengar with Mega Evolution and I can put things to sleep and dream eat them. It's like, yes. Well, that's for our other podcast. Let's go play Pokemon.
That's a good name for a podcast.
It is good, isn't it? Maybe we should do a Pokemon.
This episode, we're going to play D&D.
It's alright, I can just chop like 30 minutes out now. What do you got?
He's a bit far from 3 foot tall me to start punching at him, so I'll just try and whisper to him to go away again.
Okay, distant whispers?
Yep.
Wisdom
So
save?
wisdom 15.
Nope.
Nope. So you're gonna
Can't roll a
use
save
your
to save my
action
fucking life.
advance
This
away
thing
again?
has plus 10 to its con save.
Also, that wasn't
Plus 10.
like a figure of speech just then.
What's that?
To save your fucking life. Because we're gonna kill you, Ryan!
Yes, I'm trying to save the turtle. Go away.
Alright.
And that's another 9 points of damage. And it has to use its reaction to advance up to its speed. Away.
This is like,
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
right. You see it dive below the water.
This could be
And
very good or very
basically, you
bad.
see sort of like it tilts forwards, drops down. You sort of see like little sort of actually a fairly long tail sweep behind it with sharp like bony spikes towards the end of it, and it sort of disappears and dips below the water with a big sploosh coming at the end. Leland.
Leland's in panic
Yeah.
because he doesn't know where he is or who these people are or what the fuck's going on.
And the turtle that you were scared of just disappeared.
But somewhere underneath us.
There's other people running around on this boat right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there one of the hammerheads near
Oh,
me?
yeah, hammerheads. We're meant to do an attack. They did some damage before the turtle dived.
Leland's going to do something bad that he shouldn't be doing, but he doesn't know who these people are or what's going on. But he does know what he can do.
Oh no.
He's going to grab one of the hammerheads that's near him and purge his corruption points into him.
Okay.
I suppose you wouldn't know who they are.
I don't know who they are. I don't know what's going on.
Nope.
I don't know where my loyalties lie, and I sort of have a sense about the corruption points, and it's like, you'll do!
Okay.
Wasps come out of my mouth.
Essentially,
Blood
you
beads.
sort of
Give me
grab
the blood
hold of him
beads.
and just like shrieking in his face, just like, and this black mist just pours out of your nose and throat and eyes, and just darts across the gap between you and just slam straight to his face.
Leland was very frightened, and he wasn't making good choices.
Okay.
So I rolled the d4
Yep.
for these.
So you can take some damage in the deal.
Well, it depends what I roll,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So if I roll... I rolled a 4.
I can't remember what
That says no effect.
no effect. All right, so yeah, I think 2, 3, and 4. I put it down as it did nothing to you. So there was no negative.
It doesn't do anything to me. Okay, got it. And then... Fuck this guy!
He's got a 50% chance of it just basically blowing up in his face.
Oh. I rolled a 2, so I got a long-term mental affliction.
Roll a D100 for me, please.
2.
2.
There's a bright flash. Everyone's dead.
Okay. This guy here just... You see his... the last of the mist sort of just like pulls into his face. And he just drops to his knees and just like puts his hands together and just starts like aggressively praying to his gods.
Cool. Sorry, kid.
But you all of a sudden, like, all the memories of like the last day or so just start flooding back into your mind, including the realization that
Uh-oh.
the guy there that you just purged your corruption into was one of the people that fought alongside you to retake the docks and rescue the mission charges.
I mean, that's not going to have as big an impact as you seem to think.
Was he one of the ones who knew how to sail?
No.
So what do I have? What's my
Can you has the urge to go to random islands
Sorry?
and try to...
what's my
convert people?
rolled a 2 on the D100?
That was because you purged one into them, and they suffered
okay.
madness. You basically like purged off the. You did some damage as
So
well.
you have
do
none of the
not?
negative effects now. Take it rid of it, is it?
Well, I think you're still terrified of the turtle.
I don't know. Like it says, this is a dangerous undertaking and can potentially harm Leland. Roll a D4, and so I rolled a 2, and it says take a long-term mental affliction.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Yep. Roll the D100 then.
That's what I did before.
That was
Oh, sorry. That was. I thought that was for the.
The 2 was for him.
For the purging onto him.
I mean, I can roll again. That's fine.
Please do.
25.
Long term was it?
Yeah.
Amnesia again.
Oh.
Okay. You start sort of like
I don't think I can get
peering
rid of this
around quickly around the ship, and you're just like looking over your shoulder, basically looking around for wherever that turtle dove through. You have extreme paranoia. You have disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks.
Also got the same thing but negative with it now. Okay.
one. Forever?
For
Yes, ever.
Oh.
Wait, that was charisma check.
D100.
not ever,
yes.
just until you die. Sorry, I didn't roll the wrong dice there.
It's supposed to be a D100.
essentially the next 20 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad.
This is bad.
Oh, it's like 20.
Sleep it off.
prisoner.
Have a long nap. You're fine.
But he won't sleep though because he's afraid that everyone's out to get him.
Especially, and remember
Right.
that turtle that's swimming around somewhere beneath.
So that was your turn, yes?
That seems fair. Yeah.
Holston.
Maybe it's like eggs in you.
Maybe the
They do
turtle's
lay eggs.
They do lay eggs.
directly
Oh, I
underneath
screwed up the
right now.
damage roll on my last one. That's supposed to be 2d12, so I only rolled 1d12 per.
Okay. Have you been reloading?
No, I hadn't needed to reload the pepper boxes yet, and I'm trying to find what the reload is.
I'm
for
pretty
the,
sure it's reload 1.
bad news.
So I think bad news is reload 1, so you get
It's
one
a
shot.
one.
Because you get two, you can use one of your attacks to reload. It's not
Yeah.
a full action, so it's like one shot. Because I think you get 2 attacks in your action, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can do one shot, reload.
Yeah, alright, I thought it was 2 for the bad news.
I think that's what. But you also rolled less dice, so let's just balance that out as.
I suppose that's what
As
okay.
much-
That's a wash now. Alright, well, I'm stowing the bad news and
Yep.
going for the pepper boxes.
But
Anyway,
meanwhile, you can't see the turtle as is. It's dove. It's dove.
not even with its nice violet hue.
If you
Behind you.
if you want to go and try and
It's coming from inside the house.
if you want to
It
go
could
and
be
try and-
anywhere in this ocean.
You're right about the fairy fire thing. If you want to try and peer over the edge and see if you can see the glow beneath the water, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Perception. Oh god. Yeah, god. Why don't you paranoid?
21.
21.
Yeah.
You can see the glow. It's moving sort of in a sort of circular line around, sort of pretty much directly below the boat. It's sort of swimming. If the glow is fading, it's sort of swimming in a circular line as it going a little bit deeper and deeper. But yeah, it's you can see the glow.
Yeah, alright, I'll hold it in action. If it comes back, I'll take a shot.
Hannah?
So it's underwater.
Yep.
I wait till it comes up.
I know there's a bit of a give it at this point. Pop it. Do you want to prep anything? I
don't know where it's going to go.
I
can't
prep
plan.
stab.
Yeah, I prep stab. I will rush wherever it comes out and do a thing.
Prep whisper. Your crossbow.
Yeah, I mean,
I can prep a dart.
You got any spells up these?
I just figured a
You can cook a spell.
D6 damage is
I-
like doing that. It's like
I have
literally-
one spell slot.
The other
left,
aspect
I'd
to
rather
it.
not.
I don't really want to teleport onto a... I did think about it. I didn't really want to teleport into water.
You can ride it like a giant bug in Starship Troopers. It's tick, 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 and then throw a bomb into it.
I know this is kind of like not really what Hannah's about, but she performs better when there's other people around the thing she's trying to attack.
Yes.
Or that thing is not prepared for me to suddenly be there. If that thing is
It's
full
almost like this is an unfortunate situation for the rogue for a change, rather than everything
I'm
lined
outside
up.
in the sun, wet. I can't stab anything. He's screaming at people. That stops.
Don't you just love boats? Just think of every time you've been
Let's
on
go
a boat.
fuck it. I go down. I prep the tank comes up.
I go downstairs, lay in my hammock, go to sleep. Okay.
I go to stand in bed.
I feel like we should be trying to move this boat away.
The boat's still moving, isn't it?
Boat's moving.
Yeah.
Full steam ahead.
It's basically just going the line that it went. If you want to try and start outrunning this thing, you can do that. You can try to do that. Sorry. If you want to do that instead of prepping action.
Just by the simple prospect of moving, I'm outrunning it. What do you mean the actual boat itself?
The boat. You turd.
I like to assume I'm faster than a turtle.
Look, that doesn't always help though.
I have no idea how boats do boat things.
That's fair.
I would not even...
You were steering it before.
It was more just helping the captain, like...
Hold it online.
Yeah, because like the wave, like from the atomic explosion, like pushing towards rocks, it's still doing that thing or heat or whatever they were, and I was just helping.
Can I trim a mainsail? That's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's absolutely
Essentially, if you want to start like yelling orders and everything like that, and actually try and pick the speed up of this thing, that's something you can do.
I like the cut of your jib.
Oh god! At some point, I'm going to have to start throwing dice again. I had to do that last game, and eventually I had to throw a dice at Mitch.
You deserved it.
I don't even remember what he did, but well, get back to their own recording. All right. Roll me a charisma check.
No.
No?
No.
All right. What did you roll?
That is a 2.
Oh.
That was a 2.
But-
Hey, everybody, let's boat.
Or just trim the monster.
Do the thing.
You really convince people that we can outrun this thing.
Maybe stop best. Trim the monster.
Okay. From your position there, you can see the glow of treasure.
9,000.
Hang on. I do. I'm looking for a thing. I've got. Ah, damn it! Saving throw. I can re-roll, but only saving throws.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. That's a grit thing, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see the glow from the fairy fires beginning to start getting brighter and brighter. This thing is beginning to surface again. It's coming up at a decent rate, and you see the glow, and it's coming up towards the rear of the boat, and you see it sort of breach. It's making a good clip. It's to the point where like 80% of its body makes it out of the water, and then it sort of slams, sort of like belly flop style, onto the shell section, just doing a whole a big flood of water across the deck. If everyone that's on deck that's not sort of flying above it on a carpet, give me either strength to grab hold of it, basically athletics or acrobatics to try and avoid getting washed.
I choose acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. You're basically like scurrying up a mast, or
Yes.
Yeah.
21.
Oh no. Got a 4.
a 4,
27 acrobatics.
and you're 4. Okay.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
What's happening?
You get sort of washed to the front. Where were you came up?
I think I was still at the door from below decks, sort of thing.
Okay. In that case, you get hit by the flood of water and get basically slammed down, back down the stairs, back down below, taking 3 points of damage.
Ah!
And then it's your turn.
May I use the
If
action
you-
that I
your
have stored?
action,
Yeah, so I stored when it I will charge at it and slash at it.
Hmm?
Is it surrounded? Is the people around there at all flanking, or is it just
Towards
once?
the back, the captain has basically like locked the wheel in place and drawn his weapon and gone to it. So you've got
Okay, cool.
your sneak attack business going on.
I rolled a natural 20.
Fucking end this.
I didn't declare what sword I was using, so is it the top one?
The good one.
This is the one that on a 20, it will chop off a limb.
If you roll the second 20.
If you roll that's right, this is the most. Or half of that, sorry, chop off half a limb?
Roll your damage.
It's still pretty good though.
It's pretty good because this is the first time you've actually gotten sneak attack out of this entire deal as well, because of the.
I'll roll these dice.
That could have been better.
That's okay though.
It's not the worst, but it could have been better.
Why are you rolling 2? Why only 1d8?
Because it's only 1d8. Sword's 1d8.
Yeah, you roll a crit, so
You got a
roll-
crit.
Oh, I'm just going to times it by 2.
Okay.
Or do you want me to?
You
I'm happy to roll
you
again.
twice.
Yeah.
Well, what do you prefer to do? Roll it once?
We've been
times
doing
by 2?
we've been doing the roll
Sure, okay, easy.
twice. No.
So I just lost my maths. So 17, 18, 19.
Mm-hmm. That's why you do it.
So it was 19, wasn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, okay.
22,
22, 28, 30,
41,
41.
44.
44, plus 7, 51 points of damage.
Stab it like through its fucking eyeball.
As it's like jumping into the bottom, also going, why am I doing this?
Pop it. Unless you got anything else.
That would be it. I
I
should
think
be
you
rushing up to an attacking, yeah.
That was when it was breached, right? So that was what your.
That was a held
That
action.
was a held action. I think I'm up to you.
Hey!
Or did I skip you?
I didn't hold an action.
Did I skip you at some point? No.
No, I just.
Oh no. Okay. Leave
I
it.
had nothing to hold.
Because clearly there could be smaller turtles below decks.
Look at how many turtles there are. This whole ship could be full of
This
turtles.
could be just all turtles all the way down.
Are you sure
It
this
could
ship
be-
isn't actually a turtle?
It could actually
No
be
matter
a
where
Korean
you
turtle
are,
ship.
you were always, at most, 10 feet away from a turtle.
Feverishly gonna clamber back up the stairs and start wildly shooting Eldritch Blast where the turtle is. I mean, it's probably pretty big, so. But so I will cast spells. Just regular attack. Plus 11. 20.
Yep.
10 damage. And the second one, better than that.
Okay.
That's a 1. 6 damage.
Alright.
Ah!
Hollister.
Oh,
Oh.
an extra 14 damage. If I roll that 20, the target then takes an extra 14 slashing damage. Then I roll another 20 anyway.
Yep.
So I did 65 points of damage to it.
Crit with the right conditions.
Correct.
Okay, you have to beat 65.
I don't know.
Could just shoot it.
I'll probably just shoot it.
Yeah.
How is this thing doing?
It's getting pretty beaten up.
Good. One would hope. 2 pepperbot shots. That's going to be a hit. And a hit. I'm like, roll decent.
You still got the
now.
advantage to reroll in case you get 20 or something like that.
Yeah. Nope.
I didn't
And
reroll on mine. Never mind.
I'm just doing so I can roll 1 dice rather than 2 and pick the lowest. Love being out in the sun. It's fun.
That's that look where you got the Nam flashback behind you.
But
It's just-
your NAM
it's just a-
flashback is like a big open grassy field.
It's
with
like
the sun.
it's a family picnic.
It's just-
Everyone's happy and smiling.
It's just another sun behind you.
I'm on the sun. Sun's all the way up.
so that
Might as
is
well be walking on the sun.
25 damage, and
There you go.
I will spend
Timely reference.
25 damage?
25 damage.
Oh, yes.
And what I believe is my last grip point
Just
to.
earning it back with crits and stuff like that and kills, right?
Yeah. I think I get them one back or them all back if I kill something big enough, depending on what you decide. And yeah, dazing shot. So a DC 17 con. You
have
gotta
10
come
con?
on.
What are you doing,
I
right?
rolled a 6 on it. I got plus 10.
Yeah, that.
Well,
So yeah, it's dazed.
Disadvantage on attacks until the next turn.
Sweet.
Huh.
all its attacks have just been saves on us, though. So it literally hasn't just straight up attacked anybody yet.
Well, it did that spray thing.
Well, it's good.
But that was saves.
Saves.
It's good. I'm a turtle. Bonk.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done that many where it's involved actually rolling the dice yet.
Right. I will slash at it again. That's not a natural 20. That's upsetting. That is... That's a 16.
Yes.
And then slash the sides. That is better than 16. That's a 19.
Okay, yeah.
Good hell.
Bless you, dice spirits! 10, 20, 28, 31, 38 points of damage.
Yeah.
Fucking turtles, man.
Jesus.
Turtle power.
Job's done.
Alright, pop it. You want to try and tame it now?
Try your
A
ring
little
again.
bit.
Maybe it's weakened.
Maybe it's become an animal now, a beast.
Rather than a dragon.
I have nothing else to do, so I'm going to fly over and punch it
Okay.
from a magic carpet.
Don't you have your horn?
I guess.
The Horn of Blasting.
You mean that really good attack thing I have? They should use the
Because the Horn of Blasting's always had a good record of debut attacks.
There you are. Okay, fine. Then we'll use the
turtle.
horn. Fly to such an angle that the current doesn't catch Hannah, I guess.
Sure.
So DC 15. Oh, this is a DC 15 Constitution, and you're a 10.
Ryan's been rolling really awesomely.
That's true. Do it. Okay, take
What did you learn? Always follow my advice.
5d6 thunder damage and deafen for a minute. So that's an 18 on the first 3 dice. They're all 6s.
Jesus.
And then another 7, 25.
Okay. Do you have to roll to see if that thing blows up?
You do.
You roll a d10.
The explosion.
Each use of the horn has a 20% chance of causing the horn to
Yes.
explode. Please roll me a d100.
But
If you roll
you're
1
not
through,
Ryan, so I'll be perfectly fine.
If you roll 1 through 20,
I probably don't. That's a D100?
that and then
Two of
your
those.
d10, yeah.
Is it 1 through 20?
Yeah.
25.
1 through 20.
It's a 20%.
You'll be fine.
No, that's 7%. So I take 10d6 fire damage. And it explodes the thing.
Okay.
I feel like these horns blow up more than they're like mathematically supposed to.
10d10?
10d6.
10d6, okay, damn.
Well, I think that's part of how competent we all are.
Alright.
I want to just punch the thing.
6, 8.
Instead, you flew up to it and blew a giant vuvuzela at it. Whoa.
And then you got hurt by Shane.
You take 29 points
I'm
of
dead.
damage. But how would you like to... Well, actually, no. We know how you did this. You basically fly up, fire your little fucking vuvuzela at this turtle, which its brain fucking explodes from him. Why the fuck is there a vuvuzela in 2018? And then you properly explode because why is there a fucking vuvuzela in 2018?
That's exactly what happens.
How does
actually.
your magic carpet deal with you being unconscious? I'm pretty sure it's just going to float and split in place.
Pretty much. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. It just,
Okay, your magic carpet catches you
Thank you, carpet.
and is just hovering there in place. And with
It's the
that,
boat.
See ya.
but yeah, the turtle basically sort of rocks slightly off to the right and then starts to sink
Oh,
down.
but I want a turtle soup.
You did kill it, James.
And
But yeah,
myself.
congratulations on killing the turtle and yourself. And your
It
new
was a
item.
very big team effort.
And I think with that, we'll finish for the night because we went a little bit over.
But what is going to happen to our heroes?
And that was this week's episode of Heimdall's Watch. You can get in contact with the crew via email at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram at isolatedcitygaming.